I see you looking at me. I'm ready to go with you if you want
Sexy.
me. 'Cause baby, there's no one that makes me smile the way that you do. You one of a kind. If you roll with me, then you will see I'm all you need. Baby, just take my hand.
I like how it's going down right here, baby. Word up, tone touch, come on.
Baby, if you roll with me, then you will see I'm all you need.
Shout out the whole,
Baby, just take
the
my
whole
hand.
world, man. Word up. Bring it back, baby. Come on.
Honey, I see you looking at me. I'm ready to go with you if you want
Sexy.
me. 'Cause baby, there's no one that makes me smile the way that you do. You one of a kind. If you roll with me, then you will see I'm all you need. Baby, just take my hand.
I like how it's going down right here, baby. Word up, tone touch, come on.
Baby, if you roll with me, then you will see I'm all you need.
Shout out the whole,
Baby, just take
the
my
whole
hand.
world, man. Word up. Bring it back, baby. Come on.
Honey, I see you looking at me. I'm ready to go with you if you want
Sexy.
me. 'Cause baby, there's no one that makes me smile the way that you do. You one of a kind. If you roll with me, then you will see I'm all you need. Baby, just take my hand.
I like how it's going down right here, baby. Word up, tone touch, come on.
Baby, if you roll with me, then you will see I'm all you need.
Shout out the whole,
Baby, just take
the
my
whole
hand.
world, man. Word up. Bring it back, baby. Come on.
Honey, I see you looking at me. I'm ready to go with you if you want me.
Sexy.
'Cause baby, there's no one that makes me smile the way that you do. You one of a kind. If you roll with me, then you will see I'm all you need. Baby, just take my hand.
I like how it's going down right here, baby. Word up, tone touch, come on.
Baby, if you roll with me, then you will see I'm all you need.
Shout out the whole,
Baby, just take
the
my
whole
hand.
world, man. Word up. Bring it back, baby. Come on.
Honey, I see you looking at me. I'm ready to go with you if you want
Sexy.
me. 'Cause baby, there's no one that makes me smile the way that you do. You one of a kind. If you roll with me, then you will see I'm all you need. Baby, just take my hand.
I like how it's going down right here, baby. Word up, tone touch, come on.
Baby, if you roll with me, then you will see I'm all you need.
Shout out the whole,
Baby, just take
the
my
whole
hand.
world, man. Word up. Bring it back, baby. Come on.
Honey, I see you looking at me. I'm ready to go with you if you want
Sexy.
me. 'Cause baby, there's no one that makes me smile the way that you do. You one of a kind. If you roll with me, then you will see I'm all you need. Baby, just take my hand.
I like how it's going down right here, baby. Word up, tone touch, come on.
Baby, if you roll with me, then you will see I'm all you need.
Shout out the whole,
Baby, just take
the
my
whole
hand.
world, man. Word up. Bring it back, baby.
Just talk about that. It's been a long time, I shouldn't have left you without a strong rhyme to step to. Think of how many weeks shows you slept through. Time's up, I'm sorry I kept you thinking of this. You keep repeating your miss the rhymes from the microphone solo with. So you sit by the radio, hand on the dial soon. As you hear it, pump up the volume. Dance with the speaker till you hear it blow. Then plug in a headphone, cause here it go. It's a 4-letter word when it's heard to control your body to dance. So, dot text a tempo like a red alert. Reach your reflex and let it work. When this is playing, you can't get stuck with the steps. So can say, and I'ma still come up with a gift to be swift. Follow the leader, the rhyme will go deaf with the record that was mixed a long time ago. It could be done, but only I could do it. For those that can dance and clap your hands to it. I start to think, and then I sink into the paper like I was ink. When I'm writing, I'm trapped in between the line. I escape when I finish the rhyme. I got soul, soul, soul. Your mic, the stage is empty. A beat like this might tempt me to pose, show my rings and my fat gold chain. Grab the mic like I'm on Soul Train, but I wait, cause I master this. Let the others go first so the brothers don't miss. Eric B, break the sticks. You got it! Rock him will begin when you make the mix. I'll experiment like a scientist. You wanna rhyme? You gotta sign my list. Cause I'm a manifest and bless the mic I'll hold. You want an X? Then you gotta have soul. Cause if you ain't got it, I'ma make an encore. Take the mic, make the people respond for the R. Cause that's the way it'll have to be. If you wanna get on after me, think about it. Wait, erase your rhyme, forget it. And don't waste your time. Cause I'll be in the crowd if you ain't controlling it. Drop the mic, you shouldn't be holding it. This is how it should be done. This style is identical to none. Some try to make it sound like this, but you're getting me. So upset that I'm wet cause you're sweating me. I drip steam like a microphone fiend. Ego to MC is my theme. I get hype when I hear drum roll. Rock him is on the mic, and you know I got soul. Soul. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. I got soul. That's why I came to teach those who can't say my name. First of all, I'm the soloist, the soul controller. Rock him, get stronger as I get older. Constant elevation, cause expansion. I write my rhymes while I cool in my mansion. They put it on tape and in the city I test it. Then on the radio, the R's requested. You listen to it, the concept might break you. Cause almost anyone can relate to whoever's out of hand. I'ma give them handles, light them up, blow them out like candles. Or should I just let them melt? To give them a hand so they can see how I felt. I'm not bold just cause I rock gold. Rock him is on the mic, and you know I got soul. Soul, soul, soul. You got it. 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 Now I'ma stop to see what you got. Get off the mic before it get too hot. I wanna see which posse can dance the best. It should be easy cause the beat is fresh. Now feel from uptown, Brooklyn bound, the Bronx, Queens, or Long Island Sound. Even other states come right and exact. It ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. Since you came here, you have to show and prove. And do that dance until it don't move. That's all you need is soul, self-esteem, and release. The rest is up to you. Rock him or say peace.
What's good? I'm going to do this right now. Hopefully my microphone is working. Happy Friday to everyone. Enjoy your weekend. Since Raj Freeman opened his damn mouth, I'm going to peace everybody out. That's the show, folks. Holla at you. See you on Monday. Blame Raj. Raj ain't, it's his fault. Peace and love to everybody. I'll see y'all on Monday at 1 o'clock, same place, same time, right here on Wyatt Live. I holla. Y'all know I'm playing. Oh, man. What's up, bro? You want your birthday song today, Dominique? Okay, let me see if I can find it while I get everybody in. There's still people soaking in. It's Friday, short show today. Let me tell you why. Pardon me, short show today. The reason being, I have to catch flight. Family and I, we getting out. Ross said, "I'll be damned." It's your fault, Ross. Let me tell you why it's your fault. I was checking my man. The mic sound nice. Thank you, Lamont. I was checking my man E-Man out last night. I watched. It's like a rerun. I know. From my understanding, he starts later now, and I watched the show last night, and he blamed some shit on Roz. So I felt like Roz was fair game. He said that Roz, or someone said, I don't know. I didn't like chime in. I was just listening to my man E. You know, he like, that's my bro. Like I rock with E. Y'all know why. But he blamed Roz for something about people not getting along. I get along with everybody, I thought. I get along with everybody. Like the only time you see me get that one kind of way is when I know my name out there and I ain't said nothing about nobody and I ain't said nothing to nobody or I ain't mess with nobody. You know, I'm just that dude from down the way that I'm not a bully. I don't expect to get bullied, nor do I expect to get. Look, here's the thing. If you talk about what I talk about and you like have a difference of opinion, you discredit it or something, I'm cool with that. But don't make it personal. Don't make it personal. I mean, I've never made anything personal. Anytime I've said something about anybody or any situation, it was usually a response to it. I've never come out the gate attacking. I grew up always a counterpuncher. So for me to be a counterpuncher, which I'm talking about in boxing, in the gym, and in wordplay, and everything I've done in life, mama always told me to hit first only if the person is big. To make sure you get you a lick. And if you got a hood ass mama, your mama done told you this. Punch his ass and get your licks in because you probably gonna get your ass beat, but you fight until he gets the best of you. I had a hood ass mama when I was a little boy. So the only time I hit first or throw first is when I expect maybe they're gonna get out the gate on me. Other than that, I've always been a counterpuncher. You got to throw a punch at me first in order for me to give you a reaction, a response, or a punch back. My fellas in the gym, y'all know what I'm talking about. Counterpunchers. It's a fallback and then come over with one. Same way in this thing called podcast, this thing called talk, whatever. The way of the land for us. I don't start nothing. I don't start anything, man. I just respond. And I don't even respond. Here's the thing. I respond to maybe 5 or 10% of the shit that I've seen and that the stuff that people send me. Y'all do realize that there are some people that really want to see drama and really want to see messiness. I don't even pay it any attention. And let's just say this. If you ever seen me throw a punch first or say something, you know, if I serve first, it's only because I feel that person is bigger than me. That's why you ain't never heard me say anything first about anybody, because I don't think any of them are big enough or bigger than me. And I don't mean like, I'm not talking about like show-wise and all. I don't care nothing about that. I'm talking about who can whoop my ass, or flip it a little bit, who could end me, as my mama would say. Boy, you better throw first, because if he get a hold of your ass, he gonna end you. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So let's just keep it what it is. Man, I need some motivation music. I only got like an hour and 5 minutes left of the show today because I have a flight I got to catch with the family. We got to get out of here. I'm heading to an undisclosed area close to the campus of Ohio State. Okay? Let me get hype one time. Hold on. right. Dominique, I owe you one. And I'm going to deliver it to you right now because we all grown in the building. Shaba said, I thought I was the bad guy, Raj Freeman. You ain't got shit on Raj. Shaba, you ain't got shit on. Raj been a troublemaker. He an instigator. He all of that. I'm rocking with whoever say anything bad. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Raj don't do shit over here to me. I don't know. It's for somebody. It's not Raj that send me messages about what people are talking about and what they saying. It's not him. I'm going on the record to tell you. But here's the thing: whoever it is, and it's not a person. There's several people. I don't care, and I've told them so many times. I don't care. I'm blocked on shows. I don't care. The only reason why you would block me from your show is because you don't want me to call you on your bullshit. I've never said anything. I've never criticized anybody's platform to the point where you would be like, damn, Wyatt hating. I've never done that. I'm the smallest platform out of them all. If I was about clout chasing, if I was about trying to get over by being the Charleston White of podcasts in the area, I'd have been attacked and done it a whole different kind of way. I guarantee you there's not one person that runs a podcast, a radio, or anybody that can say, yeah, Wyatt, he never reached out to me. I've reached out to every one of them to be on some cool shit. You feel me? To be on some cool shit. And the only one really, to be honest with you, and I'm standing on my circle on this, and y'all can take it for whatever you want to take it for. The only one that's ever been cool with me since day one was Emmanuel. That's the only one. That's why I'm cool with him. We don't even agree on shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, me and dude can't have a conversation. I think the other day, I checked on my brother just to see how he was doing because he had his little situation, and I'm always going to be there for my people that I really care for. And that I shouldn't even say that. But what I'm saying to you is the shortest conversation I ever had in my life with Emmanuel was the other day. I swear we probably talked for about 15 minutes, maybe. Shortest time I've ever talked to him. We've always been able to kick it. And I think the shortest time period of our conversations before that call the other day, I don't think I've ever had a conversation less than an hour. Ask him. E and I will argue and be laughing at the same time. Like disagreeing on points and be laughing. And no. But one thing him and I generally find is that regular thing that I always tell y'all about. That common ground. That common ground. I said everybody, Doc. I said everybody, Doc. Everybody. And you know, the one thing that a certain mentality, there's a certain mentality. You know, I hate to be the guy to say it like this. Because I'm a firm believer it's not where you from, it's where you at type of a guy. What I've learned with people that have a certain mentality that come from they breathe the same air and drink the same water, live in the same cities, is they generally all act the same. They have the same reaction to certain things. You feel what I'm saying to you? I'm not the type of guy that says, well, Cincinnati people. No, because I understand there's people in Cincinnati that act just like people in New Orleans. There's people in New Orleans that act just like Cincinnati people. There's people in Cleveland that act just like Cincinnatians. Cincinnatians that act just like Cleveland. It's a mentality of a group of people. It's not where you from, it's where you at. People act like people everywhere. That's what I've learned. Look, I've lived in more cities than I wouldn't say proud of, because you would think that my mama was a gypsy or some shit. But I've lived in a lot of cities. And as I got older, I start understanding that a lot of the conversations that go on in cities is based on your circles. It's based on the things you want to believe, the things that are, you're raised around. There are people in Cleveland, Ohio, in Detroit, Michigan, New Orleans, Louisiana, that's saying the same thing people saying in Cincinnati. And it's usually the hometown people. It's usually people from those cities, born and raised, drunk the water, drunk the Kool-Aid, listened to certain shit growing up, and they stuck with them. And they generally have the same type of conversation that you hear across the country. Cincinnati is no worse or no better than other places across this country. And the only reason why most people don't understand that because they ain't been nowhere. And I ain't talking about, okay, we're going to go on vacation this week for 7 days, 8 days, 7 nights. No, I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about a 4-day trip, 4 days, 3 nights. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about resident, live there, live in the economy. You will understand that. And here's what I don't understand. I don't understand how people, and this is not a knock, okay? This is not, it's going to sound kind of funny, but it's not really a knock. Like, I'm from Cincinnati. I don't live in Cincinnati, but I own properties in Cincinnati, and I do own business in Cincinnati. So I'm a Cincinnatian no matter where I live. However, I'm not about, I don't call radio shows in Louisiana, in New Orleans. I don't live in New Orleans anymore. I don't live in Fayetteville anymore. I don't live in them cities anymore. But I feel like if I engaged in those cities, I would have a, somewhat of familiarity of how they function. But I ain't about to call Burbank, California, and be all up in they shit. They city council and how shit working in Burbank. I ain't never lived in Burbank. I know how to maneuver in Burbank. I land there when I go to California, but I'm not about to be on Burbank podcasts and radio stations and shit. Y'all need to get y'all shit together in Burbank. That sounds crazy to me. I mean, what? I don't have any interest in Burbank. It trips me out how people get in other people's business. And if I had somebody from Burbank calling Cincinnati, calling this show, talking about how we need to get our shit together, the first thing I would ask them was, how is Burbank? How y'all got y'all shit together? Is everything smooth in Burbank, California, or wherever? Kansas City, Missouri. I mean, how y'all shit working in Kansas? How is St. Louis working right now? How's the streets of St. Louis? How's Baltimore? How's Dallas? You know what I'm saying? Why are you worried about, or why are you all in the politics of the city? And why? I wouldn't do, that's just me. But I'm just being honest with you, man. People could have most people that have the same stories are people that are just not as diverse when it comes down to being in different environments. They only know what they know. They bitch about what they bitch about because that's what they know to bitch about. And I was thinking about this morning, getting out of the shower. I was like, well, twin, you from Chicago. You're supposed to be engaged with what's going on in Chicago. If shit don't work out for you in Cincinnati, bro, you can go back to Chicago when you want to stay engaged in Chicago. I mean, it makes sense. That's your hometown. But don't come on here talking about what they doing in Kansas City and what Kansas City, city council doing and how the Kansas City police, unless there's a big story that breaks out and now everybody wants to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny. It's just funny how people do that. And you have to, if you go to another city and live in another city, you'll know they have talk radio, they have podcasts. Twin said he can't go back. Yes, you can. You can go back. You can go back. Unless you did some stuff that I don't know anything about. All right, Dominique. Okay. It's a short show today, but Dominique is my girl. Okay, so I'm going to give her about a minute. A minute. Happy birthday to you, Dominique. People ain't going to like this one, but so what? We all grown on here. Peace and love to you, Dominique. Happy birthday to you. I know it's your birthday month. Your birthday wasn't your birthday like a week ago? But I'm still going to give you your wish. Happy birthday. All right. Here's a shout out to Dominique. Tell her happy birthday, y'all, so she'll feel special. All right. There you go.
your fucking birthday. It's a fucking celebration. Tonight we celebrate. Seems like time's out of our control. It's a celebration. Oh, it's your birthday, baby, it's your birthday. And who's gonna love you on your worst day? You talk so tough, I know. You're soft like buttercups. Reese's, don't be ridiculous. Just say your piece and piece up like Ibiza. Cool your head top, you hotter than Anita. Bacon, baby, tell me where I need to be, to feel, and feel that emptiness inside you. Petty bullshit shouldn't excite you on your birthday. It's your fucking birthday. It's a fucking celebration. Tonight we celebrate. Seems like time's out of our control. It's a celebration. Oh, they tried it, they went for it all year, and you're still here. Just ignore it. If it ain't the real thing, you don't want it. GG's, CC's all on you. It's your month and you know it, and you know it. And you know it's real, don't gotta say it for you. And you know somebody home praying for you. You say play the shit, they better play it. They play it for you, on time. And I miss the days that you was all mine. Haven't been official in a long time. So tell me where I need to be, to feel, and feel that emptiness inside you. Petty bullshit shouldn't excite you on your birthday. It's your fucking birthday. It's a fucking celebration. Tonight we celebrate. Seems like time's out of our control. It's a celebration. Oh.
Give that queen her flowers right now. No, I'm only kidding. Happy birthday to you, Dominique. I know it was on Friday. Nothing but love over here, sis. We've had our moments. You've cussed me out like I'm either a little brother or a big brother. And I really appreciate you being part of the Wyatt Live family. Even when we don't agree, I still got love for you, sis. Even when I say some of the things that are very offensive, I know I do. Even when I say some things that may come off as being disrespectful, I know I do, but it's never with malice. It's never from a place of hate or malice, like a disrespect. Never. I say some things sometimes, maybe to draw in your attention, people. You know, everyone. And I'm going to give you an example. Like I said, hey, what's up? David Herring. What's good, brother? Let me give you cap, glasses, towel, mug. Let's go. It's been a while since I've been able to do that. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about, if you don't mind, before I move on. Phone lines are open, by the way. Short show today. I have to leave. Very important weekend coming up this weekend, actually next weekend, but we're working on some things this week. I can't say what they are because my daughter may be watching, and we're doing some surprise stuff for her ceremony Friday. Just to let you guys know, I will not be here next Friday. I'll be at Ohio State University for my daughter's white coat ceremony, and I'll maybe try to go live from there. It starts at 4 o'clock. Okay. I'll try to go live. I'll definitely do some of the things. Let me give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about by saying some things to bring attention to other things. I have thicker skin than a lot of people think that I do. Okay. Sometimes it take a person such as myself to make people see things for what they really are. Even if you don't, even after my attempt, if you don't agree with my attempt, you may stay in that same frame of mind and be thinking what you're thinking, and that's fine. It may not be for you. I was watching my brother's show. I was watching Emmanuel's show last night, and he had said some things that really were interesting. And I was like, well, damn, E, that's kind of like what I've been doing in a different kind of way. He said, you know, you don't have to be so obvious about your vote. And I totally agree with him. Look, I don't have a problem if you vote Democrat. I don't have a problem if you vote Republican. What I have a problem with is people who continuously do the same thing and look for a different outcome. Okay. And what I mean by that is you are looking, I am doing what Fame Rothstein what he says he does. I'm doing what he does. Okay. I'm blowing up, and I don't know how he says this, but I'm going to say it my kind of way. I'm blowing up the negative so you can see the full picture. Sometimes it takes somebody to be the bad guy to let you see all the things that you're bitching about. It's not always from the people that you think it's coming from. So what E was talking about yesterday that I totally agree with is if you're going to vote for Aftab, the mayor, that's cool. But at least get something for your vote and don't surrender before he commits to something that you want collectively. Like, you got to ask for something and look for the people that end up getting that seat or that position. If you ask for something and they deliver it, they've done their job. If you ask for something and they promise it to you and they don't deliver it, you should second guess what they're doing. And all E was trying to say yesterday was, bro, look, okay, I'm probably going to vote for Aftab, but I don't want to just let him know no matter what he does, whether he accomplishes something or not, then I'm still going to vote for him. See, what I've been able to do over here on Wyatt Live is when you try to say something about the other guys, this is what I've been saying for 3 years over here. When you say something about the other guy, I just try to blow up. Well, wait a minute. Why aren't you paying attention to the guy that you're voting for is not delivering anything for you? Why aren't you saying anything about that? Why are you so comfortable complaining about the possibility of what somebody can do to you versus complaining about what's not being done for you in your current situation? Why? I just happen to want to blow it up and say, oh, so you're super happy, right? You don't want that particular person to come in and do this potential act, but you're okay not getting what you want in your current situation. I don't see how E and I are saying anything differently. We're making the same point, and we're just delivering it a little bit different. You just don't like it when I hold the people that you vote for accountable. You don't like it when somebody says, hey, wait a minute, hold on. If certain people were in position right now that you've been bitching and complaining about for decades, it's an easy, this is why we need voter registration and voters and blah, 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 blah. But how can you have that same argument when everybody that you have in place is who you voted for and you put there because they're on the same clockwork, the same agenda as you? Explain how it's not the same thing when the other guy is in there or lady or whoever. Explain that to me. And then when I turn around and say something like I said, y'all think I'm trying to be tough or I'm going against the black people. No, I'm just trying to make black people understand if you want something, you have to hold people accountable out the gate, and then you hold them accountable while they're on the job. And what I see is a lot of people who support unaccountability are people that generally benefit from unaccountability. You can take that for what it's worth. And I'm not talking about just Cincinnati. You talking to a guy, I probably lived in 10 cities in my lifetime. That's a common thing across this globe. And if you live in a predominantly dominated party, it's always going to be that way. Like, your complaints are always going to be on the table no matter who's in the office. It never makes sense. Every city that has the bitching class, okay, I'm just going to call it for what it is. Every city that has the bitching class generally has their own people in place that can make decisions and call the shots. And they always find a way to make it somebody else's, it's always someone else that's not getting them what they need. When in fact, who's in control are the people they look up to, and they still in a deficit of equality. I just don't understand it. For me, I look at it as being raised as a child and my mama making promises to me and never really fulfilling some of them. And she know I gotta live in her house. She feeds me, she clothes me. I gotta live here. I gotta continue to be with my mama no matter how she's failing me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta look up to her. She's my protector. But she ain't coming through with the shit. She tell Mama, you said you was gonna give me $5 so I can get that new little Matchbox car. Boy, I told you later. Mama, you told me you was gonna give me $10 so I can get the new Superman comic book. Boy, we'll get to that. I told you I'd get that to you later. And as you get older, these promises get a little bit bigger and they never happen. But I'm not disappointed in my mama. That's my mama, right? It's a psyche. It's a manipulative way of being raised. And politics is the same way. That's why I don't get into politics. It's amazing to me how you can have everything that you have in place, and they could make everything that you've been bitching for decades happen for you. But this is why I said 4 years ago, now that you got everybody in place, let's see if they put the people over the business. They're not. They're never going to put the people over the business, because there's only two people to politicians. There's assets and there's liabilities. People. You either an asset to what they're doing or you're a liability to what they're doing. That's the bottom line. They have manipulative ways of making it a black thing, a white thing, a them thing, a us thing. You ever notice that they always get the lion's portion of the argument, like the benefit? It's amazing to me. Both sides, Democrats and Republicans, both sides. And all we are political footballs. I'm going to say soccer balls, since soccer is so damn popular now. We're back and forth, back and forth. They punting us around, kicking us around, hitting us to the corner. And every time there's an issue, that's when they shine. They don't shine unless some shit. Let me slow down. They don't shine until some shit go wrong. I don't want to be part of anything. Like, I don't want to be part of anything where my leadership comes forward only when some bullshit happens. My leadership shows presence and shows that they are somebody when some chaos shit happens. I don't, that to me is like really like some fraud shit. Like, well, like the only way you're relevant is if some shit jumping off. Like, that's the only time. It's like, I know a lot of y'all feel that way sometimes when if you ever been used, raise your hand. We all have been used somewhere down the line. And I don't mean, it don't have to be financial. It could be for information. It could be financial. It could be anything. How many people on the platform right now have ever been used by somebody? And they're using you. And how they using you is they only come around when they need something. They only come around when they need your protection. They only come around when it's time for them to benefit from something that you can offer. They never come knock on your door and say, hey, how you doing? How you feeling? You good? And then, of course, like I said yesterday, you could give them 20 opportunity. You can give them $10, $5, you can give them whatever. You can give them whatever they ask for 20 times. That 21st time when you say, I ain't got it, you ain't shit all of a sudden. Or you a traitor. Or, man, you be tripping. They don't even take in consideration whatever they may have offered for your help. And then they never came through on their end. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, bro, you know I'm going to give it back to you on Tuesday. I didn't got to the point where Tuesday, I ain't sure which Tuesday they talking about. Or were you talking about the Tuesday in 2021? Or are you talking about Tuesday in 2029? When am I going to get mine back? Feel what I'm saying? If you apply that same way of thinking to how you see people who say they for you and how they may benefit off of you but not return anything, you will definitely start holding people accountable, just like you hold people accountable about what you've done for them financially, monetarily, however you want to call it. You would definitely start paying attention. I just don't like to be used. I don't want to be used. I don't want to, look, criticize me all you want. Don't use me. Now, there's some people that actually, I wouldn't say enjoy being used, but being used is all they have to offer. Get it? That in their mind, I know that they're more than being used, but in their mind, they feel like if I attach myself to something, I can be somebody. And all I got to do is talk about them and tell you how great they are. That's all I got to do to be part of the team. I ain't even really got to cut no check. I ain't got to be part. I ain't got to really be on the front line. I can maybe pass a few flyers out. I could be part of something. They don't care that they're being used. They don't even see themselves as being used. You know what they have been done? They've been taught, you know what? They're so manipulated, they think that they part of the movement. Y'all see how this shit is going on with Dr. Umar Johnson? You know how long ago I could have started in on this shit about that? And the only reason why I didn't is because I've fallen out with enough people on Wyatt Live. Like, there's people that I actually really respect, loved, still love them, and they don't even reach out. They don't talk to me anymore. They don't like my opinions about certain things. You know, I've sacrificed some things by being on this platform that people just don't understand. I could have told people a long time ago, Dr. Umar Johnson is an articulate, silver spoon guy who's no different than a lot of the people that you encounter every day and hear from every day. He's no different. The only difference between him is his pimping is direct. Get it? His pimping is hit my cash app, send money to me direct. There's no middleman. There's no program. There's no system to run the money through. It's his pimping is coming to you live and direct. The other ones that act just like him, they have a program, a system put in place. Whether it's City Hall, whether it's a nonprofit organization, whether it's the Republican Party, the Democrat Party, they all have a system put in place that they use. It's their whorehouse. I'll say it. I've been saying a lot of stuff lately. That's their whorehouse. He just a direct pimp. He don't have hoes. He is the hoe. And I don't mean that I mean it in a way, I want it to be framed properly. He is selling himself. He's not pimped out by some system. He's pimping himself out. Now, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but he's broke. He's broke. He's begging for money. Mr. Pan-African. Here's what I ask you, Mr. Pan-African, and I know some of y'all ain't gonna like what I'm about to say. He's no different than some of y'all people that y'all love and adore. Don't get mad because people were sending him money. Y'all get used by people that don't care for you no more than he cared for his people. Don't trip on him. He's just a direct pimp versus you you being pimped systematically. Don't get mad at that man. I ain't never stopped nobody's hustle. You just won't hustle me. He's talking about the school is being shut down. His school ain't never opened. You don't have an administrator. You don't have an administration. You owe back fees. He's calling it fees and all this old shit. It's back taxes and fees on the property of the school that he's claiming he never got any information about. I don't know anybody that owns any property and you don't get information about how things are moving. I don't know anybody that does that. All right. And then he go back. Yeah, I should play it. I was talking to Antoine the other day. I said, bro, I ain't gonna even say it. I'm not gonna go anywhere with it. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all do. They got a much bigger stage than I do. And I'm like, bro, I ain't going into nothing like that. We had a school just like it that actually opened up. And my people in my city totally ignored the bullshit that was going on over there. So what I sound like talking about a school that never opened and people sending money. I'm watching a systematic problem be pimped in my own city of Cincinnati and nobody said shit about it. Y'all scared. Y'all know that Don's wasn't doing shit for nobody. I heard they name in the courtroom the other day. One of the people that happened to be in that little melee, that brawl down there, graduated from Don's. Go figure. Another system that pimped us, put us out there, gave us third grade education reading levels. Y'all don't even say shit about it. Y'all act like that didn't even happen. Like that's not an effect of our community. How many people you think ripping and running down the streets and doing the things and the madness that's going on in the city of Cincinnati, how many of them you think went there? How many do you think? I heard somebody that was a graduate that was from Don's that was in front of a judge from the brawl in downtown Cincinnati. Oh, and remind me, I got to say something to Fame of what I heard him say on E-Man show yesterday. Somebody remind me. Let me go to the phone lines before I get out of here, bro. I got 25 minutes. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, good afternoon, Wyatt. Great show, man. Great show.
What?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know who this is. Who is this?
It's CK. This Cincinnati King.
Oh, CK, you changed up. You changed your voice up.
Oh, that nigga a chameleon. He don't even know who he is. No, he damn.
Who? CK don't?
Right.
Who am I talking to right now?
This CK right here.
You sure?
You know, I'm a code switcher.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, bro.
Yeah.
I was wondering what was going on. But hey, thanks for holding. What's on your mind?
Man, hey, I'm going into work, man, going to get that paper. Like we said, we had a takeover. We got took over by a new company.
Okay.
So the old company, you know, they pay you that PTO. You know about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Paid time off.
Yeah.
Okay. So me being there less than a year because of my circumstances that y'all understand, I get half of the PTO. You know about that, right?
Okay.
Okay. So this is the problem I'm having, Wyatt. When they leave, all the managers leave. So now you have HR, but when HR, they're so genius, they tell you to go to talk to management. There is no management, Wyatt. There's a whole new takeover. Your thoughts?
There has to be a management.
No, management got took. If you get a new company, Mr. Wyatt, there's new management. The old management is gone. There's no more of the old management. Remember?
No.
You got a new company.
Yeah, but you have a direct report, don't you?
Say that again, sir.
You have a direct report. You report to someone directly, right?
Right, but these are the new people. So the new people have nothing to do with the old. The old is gone. Now they are no longer employed by the former company.
No, the
manager.
I believe that, but the structure, there has to be an upper management structure for you to talk to, even if it is HR. You have a direct.
Yes. And they tell you, and that's where I'm saying. Now listen to me close. Now HR is telling you, okay, we need a management to fill in to cooperate for what you're saying, to substantiate what you're saying. What I'm telling you, sir, is management is no longer. So their management is no longer part of. Now it's a new organization. So I can't get the former manager to cooperate for me because they won't even answer the phone. They're no longer employed with the former employee.
CK, that doesn't make any sense. What you're saying, I understand, but it doesn't make any sense that you're saying.
Exactly, but when shit don't make sense, I'm the one that's fucked up with it. I mean, it's not just me. Everybody haven't got their PTO check. See what I'm saying? So it's not just, this is what I'm saying. This is what people deal with when you're saying not making no sense. I'm the person, I'm the victim, so I call HR. I'm telling you, when I call HR, their next thing is, well, we need you to talk to a manager. But their management is no longer there, sir. So there's null and void to tell you to talk to a manager.
Okay. So CK, y'all just running wild through there, no management, no nothing. Y'all can just do whatever, right?
Man, listen, clear. I said the former. See, Wyatt, that's what I'm saying. I said, listen, clear, the former. So this is about the past company that owned it, right? So now I need my money from them. So no, we got a new management, but the new management don't have nothing to do with the PTO checks I just was telling you about.
PTO
Are you
checks,
listening? Are you following me?
Yes, but I'm a little confused, but let me just try to clear it up a little bit. I would think that anything that's dealing with PTO time, earnings, and things of that nature would be questions for HR. That's not your manager's that's not manager duties anyway. They can approve PTO and things like that, but anything about getting PTO or anything to that nature, I would go to HR. HR can't send you to your manager about your PTO that's owed to you. Okay, they have to compensate you. That comes out of HR.
Right, but now, but I'm saying, but now you asking about where's my check at? They're directing you. They're not taking responsibility. It's gonna be here. They saying contact the manager, and they're not giving me no direct answers on that the last one. The PTO.
I tell you what you do. God, I hope you don't take this literally. Go do some crazy shit on the floor where you work and see who come talk to you. That's your manager right there. Now you know who to deal with. Don't do nothing crazy.
You don't understand. You don't understand. See, that's what I'm saying. When you talk to somebody, listen close. I say I got management. The new management I'm dealing with don't have nothing to do with the old shit I'm talking about. Why you keep forgetting that part, man? Come on now. I just keep telling you the same thing I said. The new management.
Then let me ask.
So you saying, so now you keep harping, they don't have no, I say we got management, but they don't have nothing to do with what we're talking about, the PTO. So you keep saying we don't have no management. You saying go out here and do some shit so I can get fired when we do have managers, but they have nothing to do with the pay. It don't have to
be a fireable offense. It doesn't have to be that. Like I said, don't do anything crazy. I meant like
but
do something.
You saying that when you understand I do have management, they just don't have nothing to do with they can't solve the problem I have, sir.
Because that's not their problem. Even if new management means they're managing your department, right?
But the company is new, so they have nothing to do with the finance. So I can't go to them and be like, "Where's my PTO check?" That's not them. This is a new company, so I can't go to my new management saying, "Y'all still ain't cut the check yet."
Yes,
I still have to deal with my old.
No, the old management is gone. Okay,
right?
They're gone. It's over with. You can't ask them shit. They looking for new jobs or they've been placed somewhere else.
And the old HR is gone. That's what I'm telling you. That's the problem I'm having, sir. The HR is gone too. It's a whole new company, bro. Jesus. It's like you're trying not to understand.
My bad.
It's like, really, I'm being clear and you acting like you like, man, come on now. Come on. You clearly, man, you smart, man. Come on now. But
I can't figure
like
out
you're not even understanding.
I can't figure this shit out, bro. It's above my pay grade. I can't figure it out, bro. I don't know what to do in a case like this, CK. I mean, my suggestion to you would be go to HR and talk to people about your compensation because that's who controls that. Even the missing management, the manager that's gone, don't really control your PT. They can approve PTO if that's your direct your direct report. But the whole, at the end of the day, it's someone in HR that handles all your pay, that handles your compensation.
And let me give you the moral to the story is, just
There-
because you're a professional, just because you're a civilian, just because you're a law-abiding citizen, the business world is just the streets. They rob you, they treat you just like the streets. You're gonna have to deal with BS wherever you at. Some of us get robbed by corporate associations.
Like how? Give me an example of that. I'm interested to know how you get robbed by corporate.
I'm just telling you, I ain't got my fucking money right now. I'm getting robbed as we speak.
Well,
if I did a job for you, I want to get paid now. If I cut your grass,
calm down.
I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave. So I need the money.
Calm down.
Right?
Calm down,
so
bro.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
Right.
Let me tell you, bro. We ain't gonna never get nowhere with you angry. You know that. Anger is not the way.
I'm not angry at all. I respect you, sir.
No. You're not angry at me. I'm saying being angry, period, is gonna be hard to get
I got you.
to get a clear, clear answer, one that you'll understand. I'm just saying that they may owe you, and I think you'll be compensated. You just need to talk to the right person. My suggestion is you need to talk to someone in HR. And when you say they robbing you, that's a different conversation than what we were having before. I thought they was taking something from you, but they're not taking something from you until you find out. You got it coming as long as you talk to the right person, get the right answers. Don't be mad. Don't go in there mad.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it smooth, but you know how
I don't know.
I'm just saying, when I listen to your business, right? You told me the other day, you say, yeah, I do good business. Like you say, you don't be owing people money. That's just the world of where, some people do good business, some people don't. I'm just trying to lay that foundation down.
I got a feeling if they know you how I know you, CK, they gonna pay your ass just to make you go away. Sometimes that's what real business owners do. They'll just pay you to go. Feel me? Like, okay, we're going to give you what you need. We're going to give you what you want. We'll holler at you. All right. And that might not, that's why I'm telling you, be careful how you go in about this thing, because they may be in a stage where they're working some things out, but don't go in
and you're right.
Yeah. Don't go in too crazy.
And I'm going to leave you with this now. I work with some people that grew up where you grew up. So they got to deal with way worse people than me. You feel me? So yeah, I know what to do. I know how to get, be professional. I ain't got to go to jail, man, and I'll get to you every day. How am I calling you, jail?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm going to get that paper, man. You have a good weekend, man. Shout out to the comment section.
Okay, bro. Is that a local company in Cincinnati?
Yeah. I ain't gonna say
you don't want to say? Because I may know someone over there or something. If you maybe hit me up and maybe hit me up. Okay, if I know something, maybe I can help you out. But here on the air, it might be a little bit too personal.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Okay. All right, brother. Good luck to you. Okay. All right. Thanks for engaging. I knew I probably shouldn't have said go do something and find out who your manager is. I knew he would probably take that one out of scope. I didn't mean it like go set a fire in the trash can or some stuff like that. I meant like go ask, do something. Make them come out of the, make them come out. If they come out, they might have a different, you might find out who your direct report is. He doesn't know who his direct report is. He's basically saying there's new management, but they don't have anything to do with us. I know what he's saying. I've seen that before, to be honest with you, where new management come in and they may not have all the floor plan together. You know what I'm saying? They may not have all the logistics of who's going to be handling certain people and what's going to be this and what's going to be on that. But I don't even think that a new manager who I don't know if a new manager would be able to keep up, would know what his PTO is. I don't know the company shit. I don't know if they frying hamburgers over there or if he's, if they doing data collection. I don't know. So I don't know what type of work it is. But that all being said, sometimes your direct report will have your situations in their system, and they know what you have available, which PTO and all that. I don't know. But I would definitely be going to HR. That's and while you in HR, ask them who your direct report is. You shouldn't have to figure that all out on your own. I would go to HR and I would definitely be asking the questions and let me know who I'm supposed to be reporting to. All right. I had to be careful what I say to CK because he might, I don't know. Let's go back to the phone lines. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
It's Sam, man. What's up?
What's good, twin? How you doing today?
I couldn't call
Happy Friday to you.
it. Same thing, bro. Hey, Wyatt. Yeah, when I say I can't go back to Chicago,
Okay.
you know, I gotta obey the commands of my mom, man, and stuff. You know, she said my blessing here, so
Oh.
I want to move back so bad, but you know, I ain't never scared.
Well,
Whatever.
I
I ain't
didn't
got
think.
no enemies or none of that.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to
So
hear
that's
that.
why I'm here and stuff. Why? Because I didn't want to come here and everything, but you know, that's why I'm here. You know, I've been blessed ever since. So I mean, you know, I could still go. I still touch down in the land, man.
Okay. No, I
Every
feel
breath.
that. I feel that. I feel that. And I'm
Yeah,
just gonna say, like, I say this all the time, to be honest with you, bro. I believe a lot of people that have a lot of stuff going on in their life, if they could
yeah,
breathe new air, drink new water, and
yeah,
wake up to a different sun somewhere, you know, see different.
yeah,
If they wake up somewhere else, they'd feel brand new, and it'd be a different
yeah,
attachment, you know, a different attack on life. But a lot of
yeah,
people like to attach themselves. I mean, you know, they don't. A lot of people don't know that that's part of the. That's part of that's a large part of everybody's problem is their environment. Whether they don't, you know, see that it's that it's I think it's very relevant. I think when you grow up around the same thing all the time,
yeah,
and not witness or not be around a lot of other stuff, it can slow you down. It can block your blessings. There's a lot of stuff because there's a little bit of pressure there when you're around
yeah,
what you've been around your whole life. You know, you don't tend to, you know, see things for what they really are. Sometimes you see them for what you know them to be.
yeah. Cause when I touched down in Cincinnati, man, I could hear a pin drop. It was like 12, 1 o'clock. I'm like, why everybody in the house? This wind terrace and all that. Cause my sister, she still stay there.
What time was it?
Huh?
What time was it?
It's 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. And
And you
everybody
said
in the
it was
house and it's
quiet in Winton
summertime.
Terrace?
And wind terrace, yeah. I said, it's so quiet.
Shit. How long ago was that?
That was when I first came here. I
Shit,
visited
bro.
Cincinnati
They still, bruh.
when
That
y'all
might
had
not have been Winton
two
Terrace.
huh?
That might not have been Winton Terrace at 1 o'clock in the morning. Listen, bro, they still playing tetherball, four square, and all type of shit at 1 o'clock in the morning in Winton Terrace. What you talking about? Ain't nobody outside at 1 o'clock in the morning in Winton Terrace. Yes, they are.
Come on, Wyatt. They won, man. The time I was there and everything.
Bro, you can
That
ask
time.
anybody on this platform
Come
that,
on, Wyatt. I'm in wind terrace every day just about,
and
Wyatt.
it's nobody outside at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Man, you know how I'm used to, you know, partying and all that and
Okay,
on the block and all that.
okay, you're
I
right.
ain't
Hold on. I'll say this, you can have it. You're right. It ain't Chicago at 1 o'clock in the morning in Winton Terrace. You're right, because Chicago is different. But there's shit going on at 1 o'clock in the morning in Winton Terrace.
man, once
Everybody
that
ain't in the
stove block
house.
closes over. Because the stove block closed at 1.
Yeah,
So I'm
well,
like, well, everybody had them Ritz or something like that when it was open, celebrities and you know, somewhere like that.
you're
But
going back.
you know, when it get cold outside, I'm like, this a hustle scene. I said, what are Carhartts and all that? Guys ain't on the block or something serving. And I'm like, man, I'm used to that environment type. But
They serving
you know,
at 1
man,
o'clock. They serving at 1 o'clock in the morning in Winton Terrace, bro. It don't stop.
I
Trust me.
know they do, man. But
Okay.
you know, I'm
Okay.
used to the block and everything. Get you a garbage can of firewood or something like that. We good. But you know, I thought I was gonna run into something like that, but you know, it's cool though.
Okay.
It's cool and everything. CK, it's all about HR, man. You worry about your PTO, you probably used it all, man. Management ain't got nothing to do with it. Only time management got something to do with it if the HR manager on vacation, sick leave, whatever situation may be. So it's up to HR, CK.
Well,
And
that's
if
good to
you
know.
got it, sometimes why they got what ADP and what is that Paycor apps and all that now. A lot of jobs and corporations got the apps that you can look and download the app and how much time you use, when you want to process your vacation, or when
Yeah.
you want to put your PTO in
Oh,
and see how much your check is. Yeah, a
okay.
lot of companies got that from temp service to corporation like Kroger's. I can go in there. I'm like, hey, I need to request this off. And I can go in there and see I can go in and see how much vacation time I got, how much sick leave I got,
Yeah.
2 days sick leave,
So they
or
have apps
something
for
like
that.
that.
Is that what you said? They have apps for that type of stuff.
Oh
these
yeah,
days?
all companies have that.
Yeah.
They can tell you when you last got paid, when you got paid back in 2024, all that.
Right. Okay.
Kroger's got it set up like that. So
And you can see
every
your
company
PTO.
got apps now.
You can see your PTO on yours as well.
You can see how much no, I don't have Kroger's don't have PTO.
Okay.
I have two. See, I got 3 vacations and I got 2 sick leave.
Okay. Okay.
So
makes
if
sense.
my other job, which is when I had Miracle Home when I was working there, I had PTO.
Okay.
I accumulated a lot of hours and stuff, like 120 hours and stuff. I accumulated, and I can take that and stuff. Now, if I want to cash it out, I can cash it out. Sometimes some of these companies let you roll over to January, in the middle of January, some of them don't. Like, hey, now we got on a new contract on the Kroger's, I can hurry up and cash out because they don't let it roll over anymore, I don't think,
Okay.
under the new contract. But I usually, take all of it. But I sometimes, like, hey, let me get this and put it on the next check. And, I work my vacation. I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't going nowhere. So I work something like that. So, yeah. So there's different scenarios with it. But he might want to check in and see if they got a new app or something like that.
Right. Okay.
And
Yeah, that's
see
good
if he,
advice. Hopefully CK is watching. That's good advice, twin. I think hopefully CK is watching. Maybe he'll go to HR and ask them if they have the app or if they're part of that type of payroll setup.
Social Security number in there, and build you a creative account. And like, oh, I got this, and he'll realize, man, why ain't nobody tell me that? Hey, I'm getting you game right now, CK. If you listen, they got an app. I'm pretty sure your company has an app that says how much PTO and how many hours you did this week or last week. So every company now, CK technology and all this AI stuff is upgraded.
I got you.
You can be embedded with all the stuff and information. So hey, you won't be lost out here. Hey, your check came out. Hey, I did 34 hours, but it's showing I'm doing no. Go in there and it'll show up.
Okay.
Umar Johnson.
Yeah.
Go it's ahead. Sad. It's sad. When I seen that yesterday, Wyatt, I said, "Oh my God!"
You've seen the latest.
When I seen that latest video, he said 40 bands, and they took this and took that and all that. Yeah. I say, man, if this ain't Pope Pimpin', man, at its finest, man, I'll start to play that do or that twist. Pope Pimpin' at its finest, man. 40,000, man, they was clowning him. I ain't seen none positive chat, text or none, group text, whatever in that chat when I seen them on YouTube. Man, it's sad, man. It's sad.
What part of it is sad? Trusted. What part of it is sad to you? I'm just curious. What part?
You said what now?
Which part? Which part is sad to you? Because you may see it a little bit different.
When that man said, you can cash out me this or PayPal me this, man, you bumming. You like a homeless person out here, man. But you just downgraded, downplayed old girl, said her coon was stinking and all that. But
that being said,
you
brother,
don't get no money from her.
Right.
And you talking about you want 5 women in a house and all that, and you downplayed Jesus, said that white Jesus and all that. Hey, mighty funny play. You need that white Jesus right now. You need help.
Yeah.
Because you can't keep on pimping the community like that, man. You've been asking for this school or whatever to be open 10, 15 years ago. You ain't got a damn light bulb work. Oh, they broke in and stole the AC. They broke in, and then they got a notice and stuff. Well, Delaware, Wilmington, whatever you get, they trying to take my school. You mean to tell me, nigga? I hate to say it, I'm gonna put the nigga on it. You mean to tell me on a notary or a notice, they duct tape a note saying that you owe taxes? Come on, man. They send a certified letter if they want to get at you. They know your number. They know the emails and all that. Man, who you think you talking to? You on some doping issues, man. Say you want to bump and stuff, twin will lead you or whatever. Or whoever else will lead you if you want to bump or something like that. Man, you pimping hard and you can't be trusted. You can't be trusted. And it's sad, Wyatt. I want to call Wyatt and say, hey, Wyatt, hook a brother up. Help him out, man.
Yeah, right.
I know the first thing you put that Superman cane answer. Shoot.
No, ain't nothing happening,
It's
bro.
sad, Wyatt.
Nothing
It's
happening.
sad. And when you play with God like that and play with the people, this your outcome of it, man. You got to be real, man.
Well, I'll
People
say this
was-
in his defense.
Huh?
I'll say this in his defense. It's been a good run. He done had y'all on
Oh,
the ropes
yeah.
for a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
decade.
Oh, yeah.
7-8 years almost. About 8 years. It's been it's been, he's gonna open the school. I've never seen a school take that long. And I remember him saying some things out loud that I knew there was never going to be a school opening. Okay, I knew that there was never going to be a school opening when he says something. Now, y'all have to allow me to say this without judging me, okay? Because this is what he said, and I'm just going to tell you there's some legality there. When you make a statement in broad daylight on a platform, he thought this was a bar. Some of you might think it's a bar, but it's really a lawsuit waiting to happen. When he makes a statement that all he's going to do is hire black people for his black school, you don't understand that is like, I already knew he has never been. Now, what he said, I got a bunch of applications from teachers, and I'm not going to be hiring a bunch of these people because all of them aren't black. And when he said that, this was a few years ago. This is years ago. He said, I'm only hiring a black administration. I'm only hiring black teachers, black administration, black everything. It's going to be all black. And then I knew he wasn't doing nothing but talking to black people. He was not being for real, because anybody in their right mind wouldn't say something like that because of the legalities and the liability that he's putting on himself, because now it only takes one white person to go apply to be the gym teacher and get turned down, and he's going to file a discrimination charge against him and the school right away. It's just some of the most reckless things that he would say that allowed. I just knew that even if it opened, it was going to stay open maybe a year. Maybe it'll stay open a year. It was just little things that was giving me inklings like, bruh, come on, man, be for real. And
what about when a white, what's his slogan? Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. When you said that, and sisters wear eyelashes and you 27 pieces and micro braids and all that, man, that's a burnout CD waiting to go in Rumpke trash can. When you disrespect a black queen like that and all that, a black woman like that, and women love their lashes and makeups and 27 pieces, oh, that's a no-no, man. Go ahead, White.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I hear you, and I agree with some of that. But what I'm saying to you is, I think he has his flavor of what he likes in women, and I think he was trying to, kind of process of elimination, get rid of some that he's not attracted to, and it brought those statements brought natural women towards him. I played a video one time where he got attacked at one of his speeches by a sister who was pretty healthy. She was voluptuous. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was big up top, big down low, natural short hair. That's what he likes. So he tends to say things about women that don't look like that, so that kind of eliminate them, and it make those type of women that he like move forward. They feel a little bit more confident in coming at him. And I seen that lady throw some stuff talking about, you was with me last night, and he was brothers and sisters. You remember that on stage? I don't know. I played it. He was brothers and sisters, the demons in the world and the life. I'm like, oh, he on this preach shit right now.
I remember that, man.
Yeah,
but it's sad, man. It's sad, man. I just pray for the brother, because you out here bumming and like a prostitute, man. And that's not cool, man. That's not cool. And I look at it, and when you said we got the Frederick Douglass and all that academy open up, okay, it's coming along. Man, next thing I know, why he back on the dang on YouTube begging again? I say, no, man. This a ripoff. You sound like Peter Popoff, that pastor, 1 o'clock in the morning asking for something. Now, you worse than him, man. $40,000 and back taxes and all that. Somebody stole you. Come on, man. If you got money like that, so much money like that, and you got donors and all that, man, I'm a donor and I'm on, man, where the money at, man? Why the doorknob ain't moved? Why the AC ain't moved?
Well,
And
let's
you
just
talking
say
about you
this.
got a $20,000 light bill and you talking about the lights ain't on? Somebody up in there living rent free.
Well, let me
Come
just
on,
say
man.
this to you, bro. I think that something, the internet and these platforms such as, like YouTube, even a platform like this, has all driven reality TV to an all new fake mode. What do you call it? Pump faking. I think that a lot of people who get these shows and are able to be present in a lot of homes and things of that nature, I don't think it's as much money generated by some of them that a lot of people think. Okay. I think that a lot of people at the beginning of how this thing was working, you could make a lot of money doing this type of stuff. But
Yeah.
you can't make that kind of money now because it's saturated. There's so many people doing it that they don't have to pay people like they used to. So when you have someone like Dr. Umar Johnson, who has a huge following, he might get on here and make a couple $1,000s off the Cash App because he's talking about we opening up the school. But as time goes by, people that love the power to the people talk and all that old shit, even they get to saying things like, bro, like you said, the doorknob ain't turning. How you got a light bill and there's nobody there? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And let me just say this to you. I'm going to play the video, but you're on the air, but the way he's explaining this thing from his accounts being frozen because someone messed with his accounts, that's a whole different argument for me. I know how that stuff works, and I know what he's saying isn't true.
Man, you jump like the boogeyman when you got that little notification somebody did you in Wyatt.
Oh, bro.
You jump like the boogeyman, man. Man, hold on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you like, hold on, pay somebody more than $80,000. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
You was on the phone, you was on that horn real quick.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Yeah.
No, what? No, hell with this. And then you said, if they don't, hey, you didn't put the chamber on it like Scotty John. You said if a motherfucker don't have my, you was ready to go, man.
Well,
you was light skinned, but you turned strawberry real quick.
Wait a minute.
You ready to go, man.
Let me just
you
explain.
about the red wine ass.
Yeah, let me explain though, bro. I believe people who are on their business generally know what's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
So when the fraud happened to me, which I've learned that it's a common thing. I didn't know how common it was. You don't know how things going in the world until something actually happens to you. And so I found out that this is a common thing. It can happen. It's going to happen probably to 10% of the people that's watching this platform today. 10% of us, to 12% of us, this will happen to. Out of 1,000 people, you're going to get about 110 to 115 people that will face, bank fraud. So it's something that happened. It's very common. But here's what happened. When it happened to me, I had about 30 charges of deducts, but I was on it so fast that the charges were still pending. Okay. Y'all know how you use your card or your debit card or your credit card, and you go to the account and you can see that you have a pending charge. Let's just say it's $100 and it's pending. Generally, it takes a day or two for that pending charge to fall off and just deduct from your account. Bro, I had so many pending charges that the bank had to know that it was fraudulent. There was no questions, because if I had waited a week or two and said, those aren't my charges, they would have to really look at me and say, hey, we believe you, but what took you so long to, to get here, to say something about it? This man has waited months. Okay. That just don't add up to me. I think there's something else going on. I'm not suggesting that his accounts aren't frozen and that there's no fraud going on. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if you're on your stuff, then you know when there's charges that are not your charges, and the bank don't hold your money for a month. Generally, they'll give you a couple of shit. I sat there and I sat with a banking manager because those numbers was tall. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, partner. I didn't pay this mortgage off. I didn't buy this from this investment group. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. And they're like, okay. By the next day, I had already had probably 30% of that money that was pending those charges were already eliminated and put back into the account. You see what I'm saying? So for those that really don't call the bank unless it's after hours, go to the bank, sit down with a banking manager and get that in their fraud division right away, because you don't want to wait. This guy is talking about his bank accounts were frozen and they're making him wait. I don't understand how it's been a month now and you still don't have any of your money back. And first of all, they're never going to reopen those accounts. Soon as the fraud division, soon as the fraud division gets in, you have to open up a new account, new passwords, new account information, the whole nine. So it just don't add up. I don't have to sit here and prove to everybody that this man is lying. I think the majority of the people on here, except for those that buy into that shit that he's talking, they probably are still sending him a few dollars because, you know, when you get to talking that type of stuff, people that's what they gravitate to and that's what they believe. So
and then one of them sad thoughts go expose them. Watch, it's gonna come. They expose. Hey, y'all, he a fraud, a counterfeit. Man, they go expose, dude. You said her monkey stinking up, man. She about to get down with the gown on you.
Well,
she donated $1,000 just to see how you go jump. Man, that monkey talk. I'm trying to tell you why. Watch, one of them girls will come out exposed. He trying to do this, y'all don't watch. Watch it.
Well, they've already done that. A few have already done that. I mean, I tell you the one that's sad than anything is when his daughter came out and started talking bad about him.
When she did that, and then you came with the combination, like, how you go tell somebody to, lecture somebody else's child when you ain't doing the same thing at your own house?
But I feel
when
that
she
way.
Came out there white, I'm like, oh, whoa.
Yeah, but Twin, I feel that way about a lot of shit that's going on right now in our faces right now. You got guys out here talking about we need to save our community and this and this and that.
Yeah.
And ain't none of them really, not none of them. I'm just saying, like, I got to pay attention to the messenger, I just, that's how I am as an individual. I'm sorry, guys. I think I got that from my mother because one of the things that I think that women are better at than men for sure is peeping bullshit. Now, if they choose to work with the bullshit, that's on them. That's their decision. But I think they tend to peep game a little bit better than men do when it comes down to sizing somebody up and knowing that they own some bullshit or not. Guys, we're a little slow in that area because we have tunnel vision of what we're really trying to get. You see what I'm saying? Like a dude will mess with a girl that he know ain't no good, got kids, but he want that moment. So he don't care of all, he don't care of what the repercussions of dealing with her is. We tend to go that route sometimes where women a little bit more standoffish and they then peep who you are. And you know what I'm saying? Like they have a better judgment. They can pass a right now time away better than a man can. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, y'all, a lot of ladies know what I'm talking about because y'all know, okay, yeah, he probably fun. Okay, yeah, he's probably good for right now, but I'm going to pass on that shit. Guys don't do that. Guys be like, yeah, right now? Shit, what time? Now? All right, let's get it. See what I'm saying? And then when something happened, man, motherfucker child support be down there. They be tripping. The motherfucker child support. Oh, my baby mama be bugging. She be tripping. See, and that's what I be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to stop blaming the repercussions of some decisions that we have made as men. So what really kills me, and I promise you can end it, what really kills me is when I see guys who don't take care of their own shit. They don't take care of their own family. They don't take care of their own kid. And they in the community on the TV screen are talking with a microphone in their face. And they talking about we got to save these kids. And this is what I be tripping out on. Save your own kid first and then come back and get the community kids. All right?
Yeah. Now I'm trying to go to Chicago. They got there's everything going on this weekend. You got the reunion and the Wing Fest, man.
Chicago has a family reunion?
No, we have little Larry Hoover's son and the rest of them.
Oh, you talking about some street shit.
Man, what? They've been doing for the last 20 years, man.
Ain't nobody about to go to no pimp ball. the hood ball. Ain't nobody going. I'm just playing, twin.
Nah, man,
You talking about Larry Hoover's
man, you be
son and all that?
surprised, man.
Nah, I'm only kidding.
It be live,
I'm
man.
only kidding, bro. I was just trying to put it up there because I know in Cincinnati this weekend is the Black Family Reunion. It's just
Yeah, if I
totally
don't go,
different.
I'll probably touch down at the Black Family Reunion for a minute. If I don't go, I want to go to this one though.
Well, that's good.
Because it's a positive movement that they go talk about the community and what's forward with Larry Hoover.
Right.
What's the movement about it? So they go talk about that in the community and everything else. So that's why I really want to go up there. You know, special guest supposed to show up this year.
Oh man, you
that's
could be
why I really
right there from the
go up there
luxury. You could be right there, twin, from the luxury of your home with this great technology that we have today. I haven't been to a concert in 10 years. Every time somebody come in town, whether it's in Cincinnati or in the UK or down here in Florida, wherever they are, I can watch that concert because somebody videotaping it.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? Somebody's going live with it. I ain't seen New Edition
Wyatt,
in probably 20 years, but I didn't see all they
I'm gonna close with this.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey, Wyatt, they say the Bible said the wicked is laid up for the righteous. God put Trump in there for a reason. And sometimes people don't know the understanding of the movement. And he came in there exposed to what they was doing. And people keep on hollering racism and all that. Wyatt, I seen on there on DC that he came in there and they wanna go back and forth with Al Sharpton and the rest of them. That why he's sending all the feds and everybody else in the black community. But ain't this what many years and stuff y'all been crying about? How the community is and it ain't safe. But you get mad at the man when he want to send the National Guards and the feds up in there to clean up the community. Which way you want it? You want a safe community or you want a hood?
Well,
and it just flattered me how I just look at it and I'm like, man, what part what y'all don't want? Y'all just want us to keep doing this, shooting at each other and doing this and all that. Well, he just doing it because the homeless. No, you look at the big picture. He doing it for a reason. And y'all keep, man. I wish people quit saying racist. Man, that's race. That's race. What? Everything racist now? Come on, man.
All I'm gonna say is this, twin. This is what I'm gonna say about that.
It's deeper than Nino Brown, man.
This is what I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna fall back and let whatever's gonna happen because I don't live in DC, but I have seen videos of people that look like me, look like you, who have said it's a little bit different. We haven't had a dead body tonight. We haven't had kids ripping and running the streets. So I'll let DC speak for DC. See, I'm not gonna let people that live in Kansas City or Cincinnati or live in Florida somewhere tell me how wrong it is and how whatever it is for DC. I'll let DC speak for themselves. Okay,
that's true.
I'm gonna let DC. I ain't gonna let MSNBC. I'm not gonna let Fox. I'm not gonna let CNN determine if having people that's controlling crime in a city, if it's bad or good, because it don't affect me. But I have been seeing videos of people that have been interviewed, and I've watched a few TikToks of people who have made comments about them being there. And I'll go off of that. I'm not gonna make a comment because I don't live in DC. I don't get pulled over there. I don't see the temperature. I don't know how hot or how cold it is on them streets. I know that they have a crime issue, but I don't know if it's going to work or not and I won't comment until I see if it's working or not. So I'll leave that for those that want to comment about it, feel free to do so. I don't care, but you're not going to get much out of me about it.
You just want to see the outcome.
Absolutely, because it's just like what's going on with this thing in the brawl. Now, Scotty and them are doing what I suggested should have been done 2 weeks ago. Now they're going to have a special meeting, and I already know what's about to happen. They're going to do.
You got another meeting coming up?
Yeah, I don't know exactly when it is. Somebody in the screen
Man, hell with all the meeting,
Whoa,
man.
whoa,
It's
whoa, whoa.
over
This
with.
this one here is long overdue. This is a meeting where they're calling the police chief and they want some answers of what they discovered and what's the investigation look like. You see what I'm saying? So it makes sense to me. And now they're bringing their prosecutor in, city prosecutor, which everybody and anybody that understands how this process works know that this is what you call a puppet show. Because to be honest with you, bro, their prosecutor, if they weren't happy, Terry says it's on Thursday. Thanks, Terry. If you're not happy with how things are going with your prosecutor, that handles your felonies, you always have your city situation that you can look towards, and they're bringing that prosecutor in to sit in this
So what's it
meeting.
called? A city complaint?
No, I don't think it's citizen complaint. I don't think it's that. It's some special meeting that the county, that the city council is forming. Which, I mean, to be honest with you, this is why I told everybody sit back and allow the process to go the way it should go. Now, maybe I was wrong when I said I think that city council knows how the prosecutor is moving on this. I don't think I was wrong. I just think that they're doing it the way they need to do it to stay. They have certain people, because of the circles that are in the city, they have to say enough to stay on the right side, the side that works for them. And then they can't really admit to what they know. So they got to go on with the show of, well, this is what we're going to do. That's just how people in politics, that's how they maneuver, bro. That's just how it works. For me, I'm not easily fooled on stuff like that. That's just my opinion. I know that this should have been done a long time ago. I know that the prosecutor has moved forward on this case 3 weeks ago, and they had their position set. And once your position is, they could have heard it at the bond hearing. The 527 was read the day after everybody got arrested. The 527 tells you what the police are saying. The prosecutor's statement to the judge gives you the position of the prosecutor. It tells you what
How
their
you know
office.
about the 527?
Say it again.
How you know about the 527?
I know. I mean, what do you
You
mean?
do your homework.
No, bro, that's something I've talked about. I talked about that on here all the time. Before
No, I'm
these
saying
cases.
a lot of people don't know about it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Basically, it's a
Like, what's a 527?
well, it is what it is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not the, I mean, this one here is basically I'm for the people and all that old shit, but I know what the game is, and it's gonna turn out sweet. It's gonna turn out sweet for the ones that look like they being active. All right, it's gonna turn out sweet. But mark my words, twin, you can take this wherever you want to sell it. Check this out. What's gonna happen is the prosecutor is not gonna file charges against the Russian dude, right?
No.
Okay, wait, hold on. So the city is going to turn around and do exactly what I told you that they should have done 3 weeks ago. And that is the city prosecutor is now going to file a misdemeanor charge on this guy. He's going to get a fine for disorderly conduct. Everybody else facing major time. And the city is not going to be happy that the misdemeanor case was put on the Russian dude and everybody else got these major felonies. They still don't feel like it's been done wrong and they've been treated wrong. They still don't feel that way. And your politicians are going to look like heroes. Well, we did what we were supposed to do. We did what we did and we got you. This is not how it's supposed to go. So we put our foot forward and they're going to look like they was on their shit. And I told you that could have been done a long time ago. It's going to clear up what they didn't do. Trust me, I see where this is going. Good luck with it. It ain't the first city that ever had anything like this. It's just how people clean up aisle 7 after they made some mistakes. Go ahead, twin. Take us out of here. I got to get out of here, bro.
Oh, I ain't got too much to say, man. You have a good weekend, you and your family, everybody in the chat, man. Let's pray for one another, love on one another. Unite, man. Make this city good, man. It's a safe city, man. I like Cincinnati. But, pray for the kids, especially going back to school, man. That may prosper and everything else, man. And, do right.
Okay,
man.
bro. Appreciate you, man.
Just show, man, if you ain't, make means with your enemy, man. Tell them person, you don't like them or whatever, and, you got something against, just tell them you love, because tomorrow ain't promised to us, man. Just tell somebody you love. I don't care who it is.
Okay.
Well, just tell them you love them.
Spread some love is what Twin is saying.
One day you're here, next day you gone, man. And you know, and it just hurts my heart, man. And just seeing my sister best friend and my nephew godmama laying on her deathbed and stuff, and not be able to move, the activity use of your limbs, man, and just the disrespect towards your mama. And I love to have my mama back, and you love to have your OG back, Wyatt.
Mhm.
But it just hurt my heart. I'm an emotional guy, but I care. It's about caring. I can put that gangster resume to the side. I still stand on the 7'4", 215, 19, but I'm not, active with it. But I care. Twin cares a lot about the people. Shorties, old folks, whoever, but I care a lot, man. And you got a good podcast, and some of the other podcasts I listen to, they preach the same thing you preaching. But we want to clown each other. Oh, that's not true. And all okay. But I listen to certain podcasts because they have an opinion, but they don't downgrade or downplay the situation. Like, man, F you and all that. They don't do that in other chats like we do over here or the radio show. I'm like, man, why you just can't go along with whatever people say, whatever they say? Okay, let it be.
Twin, I don't down people over here.
No. People in the chat do, or on the radio station they do.
That's kind of normal.
And so I didn't say because I got a couple of people that listen to you. Like he a real nigga. I said, I told you, man. He said I had to, shine, see what he talking about. I said, gee, he good, man. I just listen to him.
Well,
if you listen to the outcome of it, man, come on, Wyatt. And stuff, and people engage and all that, like, oh, he good people. I said, I told you, man, just listen. All that yin yang and all that's racism, Democrat, Republican, all that, man, I ain't with all that. It's speaking about the truth. That's all you need is to hold people accountable. Now that you got all your people in place and all that, then what? After all this aftermath, bra, and all that, we about to have a good time at the Black Family Reunion, then what?
Well, that's a
Come
pacifier.
on, man.
I mean, I don't have a problem with Black family reunions and the Laura Home and Lincoln Court,
I'm talking about all this and we getting together and all that. Only time we come together is what? Family reunion and dang on frontal?
No.
That's the only time. Let's engage every day.
No, we get together. I'll put this on everything. We got the Black family reunion in Cincinnati this weekend. You have a few community parties like the Lincoln Court and Laura Home reunion. You had the Fay Apartments reunion. These are just things off the top of my head. This is not what's going on this weekend. I'm just thinking of some of the things that
I'm talking about in reality, man.
Yeah, when we get together.
I don't see Wyatt every day. I'm just saying, speaking in general, I don't really see Wyatt. I don't see little Nook every day. But I see Nook at the firm. Hey, man, you got my number. Why you hit me on the horn or something like that, Charlie? Come on, Joe. We better than that. Oh, I got you. 10 years later, we had another firm. Come on, Charlie. You said that 10 years ago. Man, what up, man? And so you did. So, man, they ain't got to come to this family reunion or no firm and stuff. Man, let's connect, man. Like I say, one day you here, next day you gone. It's about love, unity, man. One accord, growth and development, man. That's all it's about now. That's all it's about. And a lot of people holding the growth and development, man. It's about, and people don't understand that that's coming together as one. We ain't got to be no Democrat, Republican, Independent, whatever. It's all one love, babe. Okay. And people don't see that. Man, that's why, man, I love people in Cincinnati. I rocks with a lot of people in Cincinnati. Okay. And so, cool cat, but you don't dummy mention, I'm gone. You talking to the club up or shooting up and all that, robbing up, no, you ignorant, man. You talking about, man, F that nigga, so I can't stand there. Man, that's all you talking about. Go address that man yourself. You ain't got to tell me, go address him. I don't hang with negativity people, man. You keep on talking that you ain't hanging out, man. That's all you talk about. Yeah, F that nigga, look, man, gone, man. I'm moved, gone. Man, so I don't really, to be honest, I got a handful of people I deal with, man. If I know break bread, I say I don't really drink and all that, but what you need, man? Here you go. But if I see you leeching all that and ain't bringing nothing to the table, why should I come around? I tell my folks, man, what you around for what? Man, come on, man. They've been doing the same thing 10, 15 years ago, ain't bringing nothing to the table. When they see you, hey, folks, give me a Newport, give me something that shot at drink. Man, what you got? It's 3, 4 in the morning. Come on, man. slab them ribs out of there, hot dogs or something, what they call them, Mets or something like that. Put that on the grill or something like that. But you can't, man. It's always gimme. No,
Twin,
gimme got drowned, man.
Is it still 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning? You talking about putting the Mets on the grill? Is that
This was 2 months ago after
Oh
a
my
death
God.
and went terror.
Okay. Oh,
This was
okay.
after a death, man. And people, you know, I'm used to 3, 4 in the morning on the block standing and every time I kept peeping game. I'm like, every time I come out, this nigga want a Newport. This nigga want a drink. But you can't even say, hey, he goes $2 on the ribs. And my brother-in-law went to the freezer and all that. Man, I got so much stuff. We don't thaw this, man. We about to bless the block, man. We out there. Man, I don't care about this. I go to my store and stuff. Late night, I can still go there. Hey, I need this and all that. We'll walk him and all that, Charlie. And then, but man, I ain't with all that, man. That's why I, really deal with my twin and stuff. I really do, man.
All
But
right.
I know you leasing and you doing this and all that. I got a bag back, man. You ain't bringing nothing to the
Let me
table.
ask you something. Do you and your twin have? I know y'all are identical, right?
Yeah,
Do y'all have the same personality? I mean, do you guys kind of act
yeah,
alike, and do you take the same positions? You know what I mean? Like, do you
yeah.
talk the
We
same?
most likely, yeah.
So
But
it's
my
two of you.
man,
There's two of you like this. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all
no,
really
no,
go
no,
hard.
no. He
Oh,
totally different.
oh,
He
you
totally
just said y'all the same.
tell Mal,
Okay.
Cadillac Mal, man. He low key and quiet, and when he ready to crash out, he about business and that thing. He always say you the clown when you play too much and all that. I say your damn shoes clowning. He like, man, I'll shoot. He always say Trey, but he more serious about it. He say, Jay, you play too much. I like, man, I know, man. I gotta keep people laughing, cause man, all right, babe. And then he always say, man, you play too much and all that. But he be about serious, which I do play. But when it get out, time to get out with the get out, so I'll be more serious. But I like make the people laugh, man, because why, man? People mad out here, man. People mad. You never know why.
Not
You can
everybody's
check.
mad. Not everybody's mad, man. Not
I
everybody.
mean, I'm saying
I know
put a
you didn't.
smile.
You didn't say
I
everybody's
deal
mad.
with people every day, and just to put somebody's smile, a smile on somebody's face, man, I'm winning. I'm winning because you never know why. Some people right now in America can watch your podcast. They can be on a suicide note, a suicide. Let's take my life, end my life,
Yeah.
and they can really look at your podcast like, why? He done changed my life. He brought out the best of me today. I was gonna blow my head off. But
Yeah.
look at God.
You know what?
You people don't realize you
It's
when
crazy.
drop squad 52 tell you all that, but you never know. You got to take heed to what he's saying and quit being in denial about the situation.
No.
And when people understand and people listen to you, might not know why it, they probably listen to you and like, man, bro on game, man. He got me right. He got me right. Cause I was gonna slap the old girl and stuff. I was gonna rob this and and it just take one note, one word or whatever, one sentence, whatever you preaching that day or saying that day, what statement, people can take heed to what you saying, man.
No.
It's a positive mindset instead of devil trying to make them, hey, you ain't gonna do this, you ain't gonna do this. It's a positive mindset, regardless of you, Wyatt, or anybody else, Emmanuel. Man, you talk a good game too, even though he extra. But I love the brother, man, out of respect and stuff. He's very, educated mindset, man.
Well, let me do
moving
this,
the
twin,
needle.
because I got to get out of here.
Go ahead, man.
Let me just say this to you, bro. I hear you. I heard everything you said. I respect
Yeah.
it. Here's how I farm and shape. I'm just gonna put it in a small little nutshell. I believe I generally don't hang around people, have a circle if I'm not inspired by them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't hang around people that have these hidden agendas. I don't hang around people that have things going on in life that, that will bring fire and a lot of stuff to me. So one of the things I try to do is I pick my circles wisely, the people that I deal with wisely. I'm talking about on a personal level. If they don't inspire me to be a better person, I generally don't really have them around. You see what I'm saying? So when you say that people are angry, I don't really talk to a lot of people in my personal life that are angry every day. We may talk about situations.
No. When I like go out, walk or something like that, or a lot of people come in, in Kroger's at my job, and they have that mean mug face of like they going through something and all that. And then sometimes, we got to engage with them all. And so, cause they got secret shoppers, and they were like, oh, such and such didn't acknowledge them. They didn't smile to say hello, how you doing, something like that.
I got
It's
you.
a lot of and then I like because people be looking at me mugging Wyatt and looking sad and baby, you all right? Because out of nowhere, I don't know if it was an angel or God, whoever. Why I just came in and stuff. I was like an hour before clocking in. And so I'm walking and stuff, see what I gotta do. I said, baby, you all right? I can't breathe. What you mean? I know I'm certified CPR and all that. And so I'm like, baby, what you need? And you can't breathe and I got my baby, she right here. Hey, give me your number and everything else. And what else? She say, take my wallet and no, I ain't gonna take your wallet and all that. I say, who to call? She gave me information who to call and I seen her the phone. She said, ooh, thank you and stuff. I really need you. I said, baby, no problem. And so I said, I was just worried about you because I seen you limp over. I thought you were pregnant or something. She said, no, I'm a diabetic and sometimes I be out of breath and I've been up all day doing this for my mom and my daughter and all that. I'm saying, oh, and stuff, man, I care about people, man. People like, I get on here and engage with you because you keep it real and everything. And people don't understand. I recognize game and stuff. But you speaking that positive thing to people and people, oh, you a cone, you this and all that. And that, man, you see why the enemy come and kill, steal, and destroy. And I ain't with that, man. If somebody on a positive note, whether it's you, man, whoever else, and I'm engaging and I know you spitting that fire, I'm a rock with you, right? And so it ain't there to pump your raise and do it and all that. I engage in some people on the platform in the chat and stuff, man, call in. If you feel like you got a problem with that person, or the podcast host, hey, call in. We ain't got to do this and all that, man. Just call in, engage or whatever, and like somebody mad. Hey, bro, I messed up. Accountability, I messed up, and I'm sorry, or inbox or something like that. I ain't gonna be back and forth for what? At the end of the day, then what? Then what, man?
There's never a then what. All right, twin. I gotta go, man. I appreciate you,
Hey,
brother.
man,
Nothing
you
but
be
love.
blessed. I'm sorry,
All right, man.
man. I
Have a
hold
great
you up in
weekend,
that
man.
thing.
Enjoy. Go
And
down to the
everything,
Black
but
Family
man,
reunion. Go grab one of your kids, man. Take them down to the Black.
man, he right here. That's why I
There you go.
shut the patio. And so I thought my girl was gone.
Okay.
Stuff. She trying to be fed around here. So take my food, but you did.
Go
But
get some
I'm
good
about to go
food.
here. I'm off today. Well, I'm about to show out today. Well, in a good way,
you
though,
about to
man.
put the Cadillac shoes on like your brother?
No, that's a violation. That's a violation.
Y'all down there wearing
No.
Cadillac shoes.
Oh, he got them on today. I called him early. He told I'm about the big pivot stepping out of Cincinnati.
That's crazy.
Matter of fact, you ready to go to the show? I said, no, I'm going to let you know. And everything. But he got them on tonight. It's Friday. Oh.
Yeah, he gonna
hey,
do his
why?
thing.
Do me a favor, man. So I know you ain't going to do it. I got her music request.
No, I'll try.
You play Denise LaSalle.
Denise LaSalle, what song?
What is it called? Blues Party Tonight.
Denise LaSalle?
Yeah. Blues Party Tonight.
Blues Party
Tonight. Blues Party Tonight.
What is I don't know if I've ever heard that.
You ain't never heard Denise LaSalle? It's a blues singer. She good, man.
I don't really follow a lot of blues artists.
You don't like blues artists?
I do, but I just don't know a lot of the artists' names.
Man, I like the beat to it, man.
What's the name of the song again?
Blues Party Tonight by Denise LaSalle.
Is it is that a single?
It was on one I forgot one of her albums. It was on one of her albums, but it's a big time single too.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll see what it sounds like, bro.
All right, be blessed, man.
All right,
everybody,
too,
man.
Peace
One
and
love
to you, man. I appreciate you.
All
right. I gotta hear it. I'm sorry. I gotta go, but I gotta hear it. I don't know what it is. Let me see. Let me see. I'm curious. I'm just curious. Let me see if I can bring this up and see.
What kind of party
Go
we
ahead.
having up in here tonight? What are we having in here tonight? Is this a blues party or what?
It'll be good.
I'm gonna call out some of my friends right now. Come on. Call out my big shot friends. Are y'all ready for a blues party? Come on, put your hands together. Hey! Tell BB King, don't forget to bring Lucille. People wanna hear him sing all the hits he made down through the years. It's gonna be alright, yeah, at the blues party tonight. Hey, somebody call him Milton. His cafe. Tell him the band is already set up.
Twin, I wasn't ready for that. I'll be honest with you. I like it, but I wasn't ready for that. Good song. Good song. I was just curious. Yeah, I'm getting Stacey Adams with a pink suit with a light blue shirt with the collar out like this and the Cadillac shoes. I'm getting that type of vibe. I like the song though. I ain't gonna lie. I do like the blues. I'm not a blues artist. I'm not familiar with a lot of blues artists, okay? Your mainstream BB Kings and people like that. But I'm not familiar with a lot of, blues artists. It was never really my genre of music. I could listen to it because my granny and them, that was their thing. But yeah, I wasn't ready for that one. I actually like the song though, Twin. I like the song, bro. I'm just getting I'm getting different kind of vibes. I think I'm getting long collar, pink suit. I'm getting that. But good song. Good song. Nothing wrong with it. It'll never be an intro for me. Okay, it won't start the show off. All right. I do want to play one other video before I get out of here because I promised to some people. They probably already gone. They've been waiting for me to play the Umar Johnson video. So I want to go ahead and do that right now and give a little bit of what I feel about it. I got a text from my daughter out, so we'll see how much longer I can go before she actually gets here. Okay. Her and my wife and then went to the mall to do some things to get ready for this exciting weekend and trip or whatever. So I'm kind of sitting idle. My bags are packed and ready to go. Y'all know I'm a very light packer when I'm going out of town. Yeah. So let me show you this video of Umar Johnson. And, you can take this for whatever you want. I say stop hating on him. Don't hate on him. If you didn't see what he was up to, that's on you. I'm not going to kick him while he's down. I just think that what he has done and what he's been doing is no different than a lot of other people that are pimping you based on messages of how people are being treated in our communities. And, he's basically been able to aim his shot at people who have a certain mindset. You feel me? Like, I don't think that I would ever take relation advice from somebody that's really not in a relationship. I wouldn't take certain advice why would I take money management advice from someone that don't have any money? Why would I take driving advice from someone that never had a driver's license? You can't, and that's how I feel about Umar Johnson. He talks a lot about things that he doesn't even do himself. You want to talk about black family without a black family. You want to talk about black structure but you're not showing any black structure of your own. And now when we get to the end of all, what he's done, it's just not him getting, he's not in a tough place. He's basically just paying the consequences of his actions. But I'm not going to just stump on him like, oh, he's a this and he's a that. Nah, what I'm telling you is I'm talking about his actions, what he did. I've not said anything personal about him. But when you have women coming forward talking about him being, using and abusing them, when you have his family coming up, like his daughters and them talking about, these are just factual things that have happened. Or when you watch how he's put things together to try to hustle people out of money, these are just things that you can talk about without attacking him. You know what I'm saying? These are just things that we should be looking out for. And I know there's people that want to try to make it about, okay, let's discredit what Wyatt is talking about and make it about something else. The truth of the matter is, if you apply some of these skills, some of these things that you've seen on him, you would be able to apply that to some of the other shit that's tricking you. Some of the things where your mindset is somewhere else and they got you thinking one way and they taking advantage of you and you don't even see it coming. But that's cool. It's all gravy. Check it out.
That being said, brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. And Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifatunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. I've never asked the people for $1. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for Boys. I don't have any sons. I have 2 daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve. But
so why is it
right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack into my account, hack into FDMG Academy account. So the FDMG Academy account is frozen. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not giving me a timeline as to when this situation is going to be resolved. If I don't have Cash App, nor does FDMG have Cash App. I do not have a Cash App. I only have Apple Pay and PayPal. If you can spare a few dollars, send it to my Apple Pay, 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858, or my PayPal, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist. Although Leo season is off to a rocky start, brothers and sisters, we will overcome. Shout out to all my donors. Newark, New Jersey, I'ma see you. Nat Turner, I'ma see you. Mobile, Alabama, I'ma see you. New Orleans, Louisiana, Hurricane Katrina, I'ma see you. Kenya, January, I'ma see you. FDMG is coming. We just got to lay down on floors, brothers and sisters. Lay down on floors, and we applying for our certificate of occupancy. I don't have any money in my pocket because my account is frozen. If you can send a few dollars to Dr. Umar for Apple Pay or PayPal, I would greatly appreciate it. Black Queens forever, Snow Bunnies never. Enjoy your weekend. Leo season forever. Peace and Pan-Africanism.
They're laughing at him. Leo season forever. What do you say? It's Leo season starting out. So they're laughing at him. And it's not really funny. He's been laying floors for 7 years on the school. And if you ever seen the school, it looks like a trailer. It looks like, and some schools have trailers. I went to a school in New Orleans at Carr. Carr had trailers on land, and those trailers were classrooms. So that could be part of, his campus. I don't know. But what I'm hearing here, to be honest with you, is he claims that he hasn't gotten any notices on the school And that here's the conspiracy theory situation again. They're trying to take my school from me, from us. Now it's us. They're trying to take our school from us. And he's talking about taxes and fees that he claims he hasn't gotten any notices on. And he said he had till certain date time of this month. I think it's like the 20th. I could be wrong. It's in another video. Paperwork on the 5th. And that they're going to do an auction sale of our building, our school, by the 20th. And I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes down to county and auction sales of tax properties, you have to be in the red. You have to have owed them for years before they get to an auction point. So you trying to tell me that they totally disregarded their whole process, didn't offer you any payment plans, didn't offer anything, and now they're going to auction off this school within a week, or no, excuse me, 2 weeks of you receiving the only notice that you've ever received? But yet you just said in another video that the first piece of paperwork that you got on this situation was back in April. That was how many months ago, guys? What we were in August now? You received paperwork 4 months ago. And now you're saying that they didn't send you any paperwork. And now you brother and sister and all that it don't sound any different than what I see in a lot of people that y'all really rock with. It really don't. And I give them the business too, just like I'm giving him. I'm not trying to make it personal. This is his hustle. I'm not mad. Look, I never get mad at how a person, you can sell drugs, and I ain't mad at you. If that's your hustle, that's what it is. But I still can criticize it. It don't make me a hater. But I think that level, that disrespect point comes in when you brother and sister and all that old fake fraud shit. Not just on him. I'm talking about all the people that's standing up here. We got to watch out for our little brothers, and we got to watch out. We got to get our little brother. We got to get our community right. They pimping too. How can you hold Umar Johnson any different than anybody in your community who's doing exactly what he's doing? And I ain't talking about at the level that he's doing it by frauding a school, but you frauding the people. He ain't taking care. He don't have a family. He ain't taking care of his family. He ain't taking care of his business and all that old shit. But yet you're going to come out here and act like you handling business for the community. What's the difference? I told you he's just a direct pimp. He get the money direct. The other ones work through county dollars, state tax dollars. They scam money through that type of shit, but yet they got you thinking I'm down. It's us. We got to watch out for our women. Bro, stop perping. Stop talking about we got to start watching out for our women. How many of you married? How many of you, and I know some of the women gonna go crazy because they think that I mean that a woman gotta have a man in order to be relevant, or all that. I don't mean that, sis, but I'm gonna tell you something that's on my heart, whether you like what I'm gonna say or not. Y'all, I hear people say this all the time. I hear a lot of black women say this. Okay, here we go. Something you can attack Wyatt on. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you. Have at it. I hear a lot of black women say one of the most attacked people in America is a black woman. I think it would be a different conversation if a black woman had a man. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think that I don't know a woman who's married or has a man who could say that they feel as vulnerable as a woman that's out here by themselves. I think every woman wants to feel safe. And I think the woman that feels the most safest are the ones that have somebody that got their back and call them wife. That's what I think. That's just my personal opinion. I think the safest woman in this country is one that's married, one that has a man that's obligated, committed, and has to, and feels like he has to, keep them out of danger, support them. You know what I mean? Keep them safe. Defend his queen. That's not an attack on women. I know some of y'all gonna twist that. What I'm saying to you is, when I hear people say, we got to protect our queens, we got to protect our women. Well, I think the most protected queen is one that has a king. So the first thing you should do is maybe find a woman, take care of your queen, take care of the children that y'all have together, take care of your castle, and then worry about what's going on in the community. That's always been my take. But when I say stuff like that, I don't mean to offend my single sisters. I don't mean to offend you. I'm putting it back on the men. See, y'all ain't got no problem when I attack a man and say, well, what you doing for your children? Look at these deadbeat ass daddies. That's how y'all want me to say it. I'm not going to say it the way you want me to say it. I'm going to say it in the real way. And I'm going to tell you that the worst man in the world is who want to save everybody but his own home, because he ain't got one. Whenever somebody get in my face talking about, we got to protect them women, we got to protect them women, and you don't even protect, you don't have one that you protect of your own. You don't have any children that you protecting. You don't have your own. How you gonna fix somebody, bro? That's like somebody sitting in a jail cell with me and he a lawyer, or he a in-house lawyer. You can't tell me nothing, bro. You sitting in this motherfucker with me. If you know so much, why you sitting in here with me? If you want to protect our queens and protect us and get you one and treat her as if, and then other women will have somebody to look at and they'll seek that type of stuff. Other men will see that situation. And that's the way we need to do it. Set the example by doing it yourself. So stop all that bullshit. You're not moving me and making me feel guilty because of my opinions and all that. I think that if you can keep doing it the way it's being done, you can keep getting tricked and fooled and all that old shit if you want to, but it ain't been working for decades. But what kills me is the same motherfuckers out here talking about protect the queens, protect them, got hoes everywhere. In me now. I got shit to do. I could be doing other shit at 1 o'clock. Cancel me now. Baby mama's out here laughing. His ass up there talking all that old shit, talking about protect this and this and that. That motherfucker ain't paid child support in 13 years. Where's your wife at? Fellas, why have we allowed our women to raise our children? Fellas, why is it that you want to become hero after your kid 30, 35 years old? Now you want to, well, this is what we need to be doing, and all. Sit your ass on the sideline, bro. I'm sorry, I said it. You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. And what I mean by that is this. That's why a lot of women have a bad impression of men. Let's do a survey. I'm sorry, I probably have more women on here than I have men. But would you say that more women say that there's not enough good men out here? Or would you say more men say ain't no good women out here? Well, I mean, I have to side on the side of most women say there's not enough good men out here versus men. And I know men, y'all know we talk. And we say, man, these girls ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But I would have to say this, and I know men are probably going to be angry at me for saying this, but it's truly how I feel. I believe that there are more women out here, mainly because there's probably a 7-to-1 ratio. That probably helps. However, I believe there are more women out here that are wanting to settle down, have families, have a king, and she'll become queen, and take care of family, buy property together, build something of substance, I believe that there's more women that want that than there are men. Part of the problem is that damn ratio. That ratio is a problem. Not to mention that I seen a video lately of a city that I used to live in called New Orleans, right? And it disturbed me. I don't want to play the video, but I'll show you a picture of it. Some of y'all already seen it. Have y'all seen the men? Because it's both black men, white men, Latino. There's a bunch of men that are walking down on in the French Quarter, which is Bourbon Street and all that area. And it's called the Red Dress Parade. Have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen these men? Let me show you a picture of it. I'm not gonna show this because I'm disgusted with it. But they running around, all these men are in red dresses and red heels and flats and red skirts, and these are men running around with this shit on. And it's disturbing. For each his own and all that, I guess. But Jack, you seen it? You seen that shit? Yeah, Sean D. Nutter, you seen that? I think you put it in the group. I've seen it before that, but I used to live in New Orleans. I know how that shit go. I didn't play videos on here. I regret playing those videos of them dudes doing a music video, twerking, grown ass men and young boys. But you had these guys walking around New Orleans, the French Quarter. Look at this shit. Some of them had on thongs, ass hanging out. It's so disturbing. Now, what I don't like about this picture here, I actually stole this picture from somebody that sent it to me. What I don't like about this picture is it only shows black men. Okay? But sometimes I'm only concerned about black men. Because you got to understand, I know a lot of people may not agree with this, or they may agree, but they may not agree fully. But I do believe how people act out there brings energy of how people treat you. Okay, and unfortunately, it's just that way. And don't sit here and think you better than that, because you do the same thing. You've called a white person racist, and you prejudged the person and didn't know them based on what another white person has done to you. Those white people. See, it's okay to say those white people, you know what I'm saying, when you describing a situation, but not all white people act the same. Just like not all black people act the same. But we, the same ones that don't want to be classified as blacks, and the ghetto and the hood ass people, the ratchet people, us that don't want to be classified like that, some of us are the same folks that'll turn around and say white people this and white people that. All I'm saying to you is there is a level of prejudging people based on others' actions. So no, it don't disturb me that it disturbs me. I'm not going to say it don't disturb me. I'm not ashamed or I'm not embarrassed when I see a little brother that didn't jack the car and he did this and this and this. No, it don't embarrass me. But as an adult and as a person who's been through life long enough to understand how his actions are going to be somewhat of a reflection of another young man that looked like him, I got to keep it 100. You're not going to convince me of not having that human emotion. It is very important that we pay attention how people that look like us act. Because what happens is it's a human nature to be prejudged. And if somebody's acting out there a certain kind of way, you can be a reverb of what they're doing. And we do the same thing. So don't act like, well, if a white person see a little brother jumping in a car, stealing it, that ain't got nothing to do with me and my son. No, you're right. It doesn't. But let's just be honest. When the black folks are down there fighting in downtown Cincinnati, what you say? What do they say? Look at them black people. Look at them black people. Look at how them black people out there fighting. We didn't do that same thing when everybody wanted to roll up on the white videos. We didn't look at them and say, look at the white folks, they be down there doing it. That was that group of white people. That was that group of black people. That wasn't all black folks. That wasn't all white folks. But what do we say? So, yeah, I do pay attention to some of the little brothers and what they do, and some of them grown-ass men and what they do, because it does leave an impression on everybody, whether we want to believe it or not, whether it's right or wrong. It is what it is. When I seen that video of them dudes running around with them red, it may not be a reflection of me. You know? But if I was, y'all know I'm happy, I'm a heterosexual man. I don't know much about the gay community. But if I was a gay man and I seen that type of activity, I would say, boy, that's a bad reflection on us. We don't walk around the streets with our ass out, with thongs on, with sheer clothing on, and you could just see straight through our clothes. That's a misrepresentation of gay people. That's not how we are. But the natural reaction from most people is, damn, them gay mugs be tripping. That's what's wrong with them. Look at what's wrong with them. Y'all do the same shit and don't even admit it, because when it's you want to feel different. You ever known people that don't think that they shit stink? Excuse my analogy on that. But there's some people that just don't think they underarms stink on a hot sunny day with no deodorant on. They think everybody else underarms stink. Not mine. Shit, I'm too cool for that shit. No, not mine. Theirs, though. Theirs. We can never be like them. We do the same shit they do. We prejudge. We do the same thing. Everybody do the same thing. Not everybody. That's a horrible video. If you have the time, I think somebody put it in the Wyatt Live Messenger group. I don't know. I'm not going to recommend you watch it. I think the picture tells enough. Okay? This is moderate. They all out there walking and switching, and this is not like some type of, what do they call it when they joking? Like, this is not a prank picture. This is not a prank. These motherfuckers think they fly. Like, they really think they think they fly. They really think they are about it. And if you see the video of these cats walking around, it's going to be disturbing. Let me go to the phone lines before I get out of here. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Wyatt. Fame, how are you?
Hey, Fame. How you doing today?
I'm pleasant, per usual.
Good. What's on your mind today, bro?
Oh, no, you were just talking about those men and whatnot, and those dresses and whatnot.
Did you see the video?
No, I don't want to see nothing like that.
Okay, good.
Sorry. It's just, don't disrespect anybody. I just prefer not to see anything like that. And besides, you don't have to see it. You don't need to have to see a video of down in Nolens, Louisiana. You can just go to your local Walmart. You see all those women up there with boosie fades.
That's true. I'll tell you, I don't know why cats go to the strip clubs. You're absolutely right.
Because, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
go to Walmart and get all that.
Studs and gay men. Just we're just our community is in flux. We got bad leadership. We got bad voices. I'm just now getting abreast of the situation with the young lady Ari Lennox.
What happened with that?
That stuff about the Martin show.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that.
She was talking about Pam and whatnot. The jokes about Pam and whatnot, and it was just like, young lady, you weren't even around when the show was out. There was never one dark-skinned joke about Pam. What are you talking about? But see, we allow this type of we allow people to say this kind of stuff.
I don't ever
You know?
remember anybody saying anything about Pam from Martin other than she was sharp.
So who?
I said I've never
Yeah,
heard
she was
anything
cold,
about
yeah.
Pam other than she was fine, she was sharp, that she was
Yeah,
that she looked good.
he should have been dating her instead of Gina. That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you talking about?
I thought, but you know, I got a sweet tooth for chocolate, so I always thought that Pam was finer than Gina. To be honest with you, on the show, I like Pam more than I didn't like Gina. That wasn't what I like. I like Pam on there. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah, you know, a lot of times, you know, unless you're in the deep south, you know, two light-skinned people would never be dating.
Okay.
You know, you look like brother and sister.
All right. Well,
I mean, let's just keep it a buck. I mean, damn, the skin tone matters.
no, I know a lot of light-skinned people that are married and been together forever, and I know some dark people that, you know, dark-skinned people that have been together. I just, you know, it's all about preference. You know, you know, my wife is a beautiful color.
Oh, well, but you got ties to the deep south though.
I lived in the South, but I didn't.
You got ties to the deep south, New Orleans, to be more specific.
Yeah, but you know, yeah, I guess you're right there. But the girlfriend that I had in New Orleans, she happened to be light skinned, believe it or not. She was kind of caramel. I give it to her. She was kind of.
She's light skinned, just like your wife.
My wife's
Why?
My wife.
You made it a point to make sure that your grandkids remain light.
No,
I get it.
That's not true. Fame, you must not have seen my wife is not light skinned, but it doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, I think you.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Oh,
see,
okay.
There's varying degrees of light skin too.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she might not be piss yellow, but you know, she's very light.
She's not piss yellow. All right, Fame. Hey, man, I gotta pick a bone with you though. But go ahead, finish your thing.
Oh, go ahead, pick the bone. Let's see if you got enough calcium to deal with it.
Enough what?
Enough calcium to deal with this bone you want to pick.
Okay. Well, I was listening to Emmanuel yesterday, and you had mentioned my name about, and I don't have no problem with that. Okay, because at least you call here and you say what you say, and you can you know, I know. You know, like you're gonna go somewhere else and say my name or whatever, but at least you call here or you're part of what we do over here. And I don't take what you said offensive, but I just want to put my position out there of what you were talking about. You were telling Emmanuel yesterday on his show that this fight thing is old news, and you know he's a better talk show host than to be string this subject along. And you said I could see like Wyatt is fairly new at this, so I can get it out of him. Like, but you've been doing this probably 4 times longer than I have, or whatever. I understand what you're saying, but I think what you're missing here is I'm not talking about the brawl. I'm talking about the things that came that we've been used in the brawl situation. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about why I'm talking about why people are up in an uproar because this man hasn't been charged with a slap. And I'm trying to tell them how they've been played by their own people. I'm trying to do what you say you do. And that is, what do you say when you say I bring up the negative to expose the...
That's right. I'm the camera of Cincinnati. I blow up the negatives so people can see the bigger picture.
Blow up the negative so people can see the bigger picture. So the difference is I'm showing somebody how they totally ignore how they're being played by their leaders. I'm not even talking about the case anymore. I'm talking about how your leaders will say one thing. I know the truth to be another. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know the truth is this could have been charged a long time ago, but it wasn't charged. And it could have been done by city. It didn't have to be done by the prosecutor that you want to blame. Because the prosecutor is not going to file charges because the prosecutor know what happened is a misdemeanor. And it's not even something that they really going to do because they know it's going to be knocked down to a misdemeanor and it'll end up on a city docket anyway. You get what I'm saying? But why would they want to shift the focus and the blame on something that really they know deep down inside the blame shouldn't be there? I see people being protected.
No, I get it. And again, I'm so full on that. Like I just want to move on. I don't even want to even go counterpoint
I just
with
wanted
you
to
on,
let you
on what
know.
you're trying to do. I
Huh?
respect it. I got it. Perhaps.
No. I
But
just
I just
wanted to
want to
let you
say that
know.
as far as all that black and that black male and black female dating uh discourse, and like that's tired as hell too. That's tired as hell too. Because let's just be honest, the dating game is simple. It's survival of the fittest. That's all. So if you're an attractive 25-year-old woman, hopefully you can remain attractive. If you're attractive, 25, no kids, hopefully in 10 years, if you don't get married, you're 35 and you're still attractive and you still don't have children because the dating game shifts as you get older. There's men who complain about not having any good women out there. It's like, well, you're not exactly the most handsome guy. You have a gut. You make great money, but you have a gut, and you have the personality of a cinder block. You know what I'm saying? Some of you women, if you had a couple, 3 kids, whether they're by a couple, 3 dudes or not, or you're a widow, those are notches against you in survival of the fittest. Unfortunately, it just happens. So I've gotten tired of that discourse.
Well, what you say if she had 2 or 3 kids?
Anywhere.
You said if she had 2 or 3 kids. That's what you're saying.
Who?
You just said a woman that had 2 or 3 kids. I'm asking. What about the men of those 2 or 3 kids? I mean, where's
what about the father of them? She might have made bad choices if he wasn't her husband. She made bad choices. Survival of the fittest.
Yeah, but where does that? Okay. That's cool. I understand your point of view there. However, how does that help us when it's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be a jungle. Okay. And don't misconstrue my words when I say jungle, because, when I'm talking about, when you say what you say, it's almost like the strong survive. And that references to like the jungle, animals eat animals and shit like that. So I'm saying to you, shouldn't we do better, both men and women, in selecting one another? Because it doesn't help a man that chooses a bad woman either.
That's all right there. Just stop right there. There's no need there. There's no qualifiers, no equivalents or nothing. You can just leave right there. We've got to do better. Make better choices. Maybe we need to leave. Maybe we need to live less secular lifestyles at a very younger age. Not when we're 35 and been contracted the beaties. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but don't
Maybe
you think a
do
lot
it
of
at 12
that?
and 13.
Don't you think a lot of that is cultural driven though? Like a lot of it is cultural driven.
It's definitely culture driven. It's definitely culture driven. Our music is not good for children. It's not. And it hasn't been for a while.
Well,
but we feeding that stuff to our children. Like we said, 30 years ago, we sat back and let a rapper call a sitting black female elected official a motherfucker. All because she, didn't like the music that was being played. Now, 30 years later, we sitting there like, damn, we need to apologize to that woman. We owe her an apology, not for just being rude and crass, but damn, she was right.
Point made.
Back
because
then.
To be honest with you, more people stuck up for the rapper than they did her.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
We
stood by and let that happen.
It was us. It was the same
people.
It was
us, right? That's what I'm saying. Our generation, our generation too. The 50, whether you're at the top of our generation, like you, not trying to correct Joe, but of the age, at the age bracket,
I get what you're saying.
Or you're sort of the younger end of the generation, like myself and twin, who's a couple years younger.
I've made it very clear, Fame, that my generation is ultimately responsible for this mess.
Yes, out the generation that you and I are in, yes, ultimately responsible. But it's also it's been scaffolded because it's kind of like them civil rights generation cats. They're just as bad for it too. Walking around, all the video we see of them is walking around in dress shoes, getting beat up, heads split, singing. We shall overcome with a 3-inch gash in your head. You know what I'm saying? It's just all of it. Just all of it, man.
Yeah. Well,
So
I hear you
that's
on
why I
that.
don't get into that discourse of men versus women.
Well,
I say my piece. Women,
I don't know if it's
start baking more.
I don't
Men will
know
like you a lot more.
I don't know if it's men versus women. I don't know if I would call it that. I mean, you can see it that way. I get it. If you say, because I brought it up, I said, well, who do you think says, there ain't no good men out there? Do women say that more than women? Than men say there's no good women out there. So I kind of made it I wanted to get an idea. I don't hear men say there's not a lot of good women out there as much as I hear women say there's no good men. You see what I'm saying? So I think how do I say this? I think the disconnect is what men prefer versus what women prefer, especially when it comes, like you just brought it up. You said if you're a 25-year-old woman, see what I'm saying? Like men we have more of a we'll start over type of attitude than women do. Women don't really start over like men do, in my opinion. A man could be 40 or 45 years old and end up with a 30-year-old or a 25-year-old. You don't see a lot of women doing that. You see what I'm saying? Because men don't want the same thing out of women that women want out of men. It's hard for women. It's hard for a woman to be 40 and 45 years old and go get a 25-year-old and he taking care of his business like a man that's 40 years old. We don't necessarily have to have a woman at 25-year-old taking care of business like a 40-year-old woman. As a man, that ain't what we're looking for.
Two things about that, though. If you're a 40, 45-year-old male or female, you're dating a 25-year-old,
Say
you're
that
more
again.
likely
Say that
sponsoring
again.
that person.
Say that again. I'm sorry. Say it again.
Male or female. If you're 40, 45 years old and you're dealing with a 25-year-old companion, you're more likely paying that person. You're sponsoring them somehow. There's more than just a physical connection there. It's more probably a what do they call that nowadays? A transactional relationship, if anything. Look at the Patriots ex-coach Bill Belichick. 75 years old dating a 25-year-old.
Yeah.
And she's using every bit of it to further her brand.
Yeah, I get that. And I think that you have a point there. I think that's true. However, I think that it's almost like I just think men and women are different when they come down to settling. A man,
well, they are. And that's the other point I was going to make.
Yeah,
because
I think a man will
when you
settle.
talk about starting over,
yeah,
a 40, 45-year-old woman, as long as she's in decent shape long as she's in decent physical shape and decent financial shape, she won't have a problem starting over.
I don't know if that's true.
But a 40, 45-year-old man, was he made to start over or did he do it his own? And if he was made to start over because his wife left him, more than likely he ain't starting over. He's going to end it.
I don't know if first of all, I don't understand that
he's gonna end it. I personally know a dude. He was a goddamn Disney character in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Tall, handsome, athletic, could bag any woman he wanted in the any female student he wanted in the school.
Stop putting my business.
All the teachers loved him.
Stop putting my business out there.
What did he do? He ended it.
Ended what? His life?
Yes.
Oh no, I don't know about that. I don't know if I hear those
I'm
situations.
telling you, I know it happened in the last 2 years.
Okay, well, maybe he had other things going on in his life. I don't know if it was because he had to start over that's what sparked him to commit suicide.
I'm telling you, I could guarantee you, having to start over myself, I can guarantee you that was a part of it.
Well, when we talk about start over, are we talking about financially, or are we talking about relationship?
Yeah, because if you're in a divorce, you're starting over financially because she's about to take a little bit of bread from you.
So he was married and got a divorce, had to start over.
He was married to a black woman, beautiful black woman, about 5-6 years younger. And yes, like the meme I saw said, as a man, building a family and becoming single is traumatic. Is a trauma that we don't discuss enough.
Okay.
Is what it said.
Well, I don't know about that. Maybe that'll be a good topic one day. Maybe we can have some men that actually were married for quite a many years and then end up. I mean, I have seen.
And I'm sure there are other women who were forced. That's what I'm saying. Who's starting who's starting the change in life? Are you being forced to do it, or are you doing it willingly?
Bro, I actually know
you've been forced to do it. You've been traumatized.
I know more
male
women,
or female.
I know more women that fit what you're talking about than I do men. Personally, I know them. I know women that are a little older. You know, my age have gotten to a point where they were married for 10, 15, maybe some 20 years, and then they ended up starting over. They're in, relationship ended. Okay. And they have, most of them, a lot of them have stayed single. And I think that I don't think they see the options the way that a man is 45 or 50 see the options. I think that her intentions with a 25-year-old is totally different. No, it's the same as a man with 25, that a man that'll date a 25-year-old girl. I think those intentions are the same, but here's the difference. I don't know if she'll necessarily stay with that 25-year-old like the man will stay with the 25-year-old young lady. See what I'm saying? I don't really think that she views
Again,
that 20.
It's all perspective. Are you speaking as the man or the woman? Trust me, those women that you've talked about, you said maybe the option, maybe she's not seen by as many people as an option.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. It's not disrespect anybody or be harsh or anything. It's a fact of life.
I don't hear disrespecting.
And that's why I call it survival of the fittest.
Well, I think that women that are 40 and 45, maybe 50 years old, and even older than that, I think that they have a harder time finding someone that's compatible for them than a man at that same age who's out there. I think a man always find something that will entertain him.
Like that. What was that movie, American Pimp? Like it said, sex from a woman. I'm not going to use the term, but let's just say that sex from a woman will sell when cotton and corn won't.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So, 45, 50-year-old dude ain't got no problem like Nate on damn Set It Off. Ain't got no problem something nice out there and be like, why don't you come kick it for the weekend and get some bills? And there are women who will go. But there's also, there's even less, but there's women that'll do that too to a young man. You need to do PS5, things like that. The new Jordans finna come out. Why don't you come see me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Like that. It happens just on a less occurrence, but it does happen.
No, I hear it. I mean, I know that to be true. I know some older women that probably are, that are dating some younger guys for their own physical reasons, and there's a price for that. You got to pay the cost. But at the same time, bro, I think what jumped me onto this conversation in the first place was the lack of responsibility that some of the men have at marrying some of our women. I just found it to be a little crazy. I got to go back to the beginning of this. I find it to be a little bit crazy when we have brothers out here talking about protect our queens and protect this, and we got to protect black women and this and this and that. And it's men that don't have women themselves, or they haven't taken care of a family or done anything that is protecting anybody.
I would find it to be quite natural in the course of human events for a king searching for his queen to amass a few concubines along the way.
Okay.
As he's going through rooting out the survival of the fittest again. She's not marrying type, but I do like kicking it with her every now and then. She can cook. Like the song. What do you say? You want to leave? Go ahead and leave, baby. Because I need, what do you say? I need 3 women. One woman that holds me down. You remember that song? Yeah, that very lifelike. I got what he was saying. Might have made him sound kind of hoish, but I got what he was saying. So it's not, it might be, and it's probably a double standard that a man, a king has concubines and not a queen, but life ain't fair. Like I was trying to talk about Emmanuel yesterday, like we were talking about. equality being a childlike concept.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as equality. A man is gonna, a man amassing concubines is looked at totally different than a woman amassing male concubines or whatever it's supposed to be called. I'm sure one of you Hebrew Israelite niggas out there can know what that word is. But hey, let me help out there because it's always a pleasure, Wyatt. I need you to have a good weekend.
You too.
And we'll chat this thing up next week. But until then, there's a wolf on y'all ass. There he is. Oh!
All right, brother. Thanks for engaging with his fame. It's always entertaining when you call, bro. Yeah, I just wanted to let him know, like, when he brought up something with E about how I was still talking about the brawl, the fight. And I'm not still talking about it. Matter of fact, I've never really gotten into details of the fight or anything. I was talking more about how leadership is acting, how leadership has no problem trying to blame someone else of other leaders, how like they're not taking accountability for their leadership roles. And they're still doing it to this day. And it's just like what E was saying. He said, stop giving these people your vote and not holding them accountable for what they're not providing, not what they're not giving you. Stop making they're taking you for granted basically when they know that they got you. And see, for me, I know exactly what he's talking about because I've said it a whole bunch of times. The problem is when I say I don't say it exactly how E says it, but when I say it, it's you think I'm trying to convince you to go to the other side. And that's not what I'm trying to do. I got to vote for how things work for me and my family. I don't give a damn. I said this the other day. I don't care if my vote offends you. I don't care if my vote don't work for you. You're not part of my household. Okay? I do what's best for my family. That's the difference between a man that has a castle and a man that's trying to protect everybody else's castle. That's just the difference between the two of us. And you can sit back and say that the man that's out here protecting everybody else is a much braver man. And I would say to you, I don't think so. I think the bravest man in the world is one that takes on his account of, his situations and bring it home and protects his hut and his hut only. That's how I feel. I think there's some other shit going on when you're trying to save everybody versus saving y'all didn't seen it. What's that rapper dude? What's the rapper dude named 2 Times or some shit like that? Or what's that guy's name? Finesse 2 Times. Have y'all seen that video of his mother? Have y'all seen that video of his mother she just crashing out because he didn't spend $4 million on women, friends, the streets. He giving all his money. Meanwhile, his own family is suffering. And his mama finally went off like, this motherfucker then gave everybody else some money, then did this, did that. And he putting them up in hotels, flying them across the country, bigging up and blowing big and doing all this. I'm paraphrasing. That's what she was saying, basically. And he don't do anything for his immediate family. See, that's what I'm talking about. Because a lot of us don't do a lot of stuff out here because it's from the heart. A lot of us do it because we perping. We trying to save everybody else. We trying to look bigger than what we really are. The biggest man on this planet is the one who has his shit and his family shit together. Not the one that's buying bottles for the club. Not the one that's sponsoring the dice game in the nightclub. Not the one that's driving around and everybody want to be in his car. Not the one that's trying to look like he's more important than he really is. It's the man that takes care of his own sticks, like Paul Wyatt used to tell me as a young man. You feel me? Ross says, "No, Wyatt, she lost $500K on an African scam." That's what he say. Not you, Ross. That's what he say. Here's what I say. All due respect to your opinion, Ross. I see what she's talking about more often than I see what I'm talking about. I see these dudes. You see it in your own neighborhood. Ask some of these baby mamas. They'll tell you out their own mouth. They'll tell you, oh yeah, he sponsors everybody else, but he don't do shit for his kids. I bet you will hear that more often than you hear anything else. I say it on the show. I say you got guys out here talking about save the community. We got to save our kids, and they don't take care of their own kids. I say that right here on the show. So finesse 2 times and all that. Maybe his mama lost some money or whatever. I don't know. I know a guy who mama lost $150,000 of his money before, and he was somewhat famous and had some money at one time, and his mama effed it up, jacked it all the way up. I've seen that before. Okay, but he at least was taking care of his immediate family. That don't mean he did the wrong thing. I would rather blow my money taking care of my own family than to be blowing my money in the streets with people that don't really fuck with me for real. That's all I'm saying. I'd rather my mama blow 500,000 or make some bad moves with my money because I was trying to do the right thing for my family than to be in the clubs, bottle popping and all that old stuff with people that I'm trying to look all important and look like I got it. I ain't doing it. That's why y'all don't see me in the clubs. Somebody put in the screen last time you seen me in a club. Unless I'm at a kids event, a boxing event for the amateurs in the city, yeah, I'll buy the building some pizza. I've done that before. There's people in here that know that's how we do as a team. We'll do that. But I ain't about to be under no nightclubs, flying nobody around and buying bottles and all that old stuff. And my family ain't getting, and my family living in apartments, but yet I'm putting girls up in condos and shit like that. That's never gonna happen. And that is actually happening in some of these people. That's how they moving. And them the same ones that y'all be like, oh, peace king. That's not king behavior. That's Jack. That's Joker behavior. So miss me with it. I don't care who's offended. But I see that more often than I see dudes that's out here getting that one kind of money. I remember back in the day, DV, you know what I'm talking about. Donald Vernon, he from down the way. He know what I'm talking about. How many of them dudes, like, Donald ain't no, he just like he like me. Like, we not street dudes, but we got a lot of street friends. All right. How many of them cats was selling dope downtown, DV? And they always say dumb shit like, I'm gonna get my mama a house. Get her from down here. I'm gonna get my mama a house. I'm gonna send my girl to school. All that old shit. They wasn't doing that shit, bro. You and I both know that. They wasn't doing that shit. They was perping. They was at the club. They was buying sweatsuits up at Coins. They was doing a lot of shit for people to make it look, giving guys a little money here and there to make it look like they got it like that. But they wasn't buying their mama no houses and shit like that. DV, you know that. If that was the case, we would have owned the whole damn lot. We would have owned over the Rhine and Findlay Market up there if we was buying those properties. Instead, what we was doing, we was sitting back watching them. F up the property value because of how they was pushing the dope. And then what we do is turn around, don't capitalize and buy any of that property. And then here come the builders and the construction or the developers, and they reconstruct the properties and build the value up once they get us up out of there. And now we turn around talking about they kicked us out of our own neighborhood. We kicked us out of our neighborhood. Number one, we thought that Fairfield was better. So when you get a voucher, you go to Fairfield. They shipping your ass out where you think you want to be. Meanwhile, all those buildings that you could get for $20,000, $25,000 back in our days, DV, back in our days, we could have been buying them buildings for $25,000, $30,000. We didn't buy them. And them same, look out for the people. They're the ones that missed it. It ain't the new generation people. It's us. It's us. We the ones that watch the communities that we call ours fall apart. And we didn't capitalize on that, bro. We didn't go by. Not all of us. DV said when we did, we turned it into a drug spot on the low. Exactly. That does not build property value in the community. And now we're mad because FCC and all these big developers are coming in. And you know what they saying, bro? You know what people are saying is so ridiculous. They kicked us out of our own neighborhood. First of all, let me tell you something. I've said it for years right here on this platform. You can't kick somebody out of something that they own. You can only kick somebody out of some shit they don't own. If the Fay apartment owners, because y'all might not know how this Section 8 and how this this housing works through government. But those people in Fay apartment, the ownership of the Fay apartments, I don't know if y'all ever really paid attention, but there's people that are getting major rich off of public housing. Because somebody might be paying $25 a month for an apartment in the Fay apartments. Their rent might be $1,100. So who you think making up that difference of $1,075? The government is. If somebody living, I went Terrace, I know English Woods is gone, but I'm just saying, if somebody got a 2-bedroom and they're paying $1,250 a month for it, but their portion of the rent is $50, where do you think that other $1,200 is going? Do you think that English Woods is just taking their $50 and banking it and that's it? They don't get any more money? They get the $1,200 from the government. So I never understood why, if we lived in government housing, why didn't we ever own some government housing? I know that sounds crazy for some people. What I mean is, why didn't we buy property and let the government pay for it like they're doing everybody else? These are private owned buildings in these neighborhoods. The Fay apartment is owned by someone. The government don't own it. If you buy a 2-bedroom, if you buy a two-family home in Evanston and you turn it into Section 8 certificates or whatever, bro, if you get 2 people that's qualified, you get a 2-bedroom on one side, a 3-bedroom on the other side. One qualifies for $1,200 a month through somebody, and the other one qualifies for $2,000 a month. It's a 3-bedroom, bro. Your mortgage on that might be $1,000 a month. You're clearing $1,500, $1,600 a month. The government is paying your property off. So what? You're only getting $75 from the tenant themselves. That's been the game the whole time. And you think that the people that's voting for these things to happen are the poor people. It's the people that's getting the richest off of people living like that. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to be the recipient of the money. They don't want you to know that. They want government housing to be, they want low income. They want that. They don't want you to be able to go out and get a mortgage. They don't want you to do that. They don't want you to do that. That's how you become one of them. And meanwhile, the rich people, the rich people are the poor, are the people you think are poor. They are the ones making them, and they're voting the policies that are keeping people trapped in those situations. It's not the rich people that they have you looking at. It's the rich people that look poor and look like they barely making it, and they own all the properties. Somebody that's in the game can tell you what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything I'm not inventing the wheel here. I'm just telling you something that you need to know. Same building downtown, 3-story, 10-unit apartment building that you could have bought for $125,000 20 years ago, was bought up by people that knew that it was a gold mine. It wasn't bought by people that your politicians, people that care about the black people the most, they were never giving us the game. They were always keeping us the same. They vote for those policies to keep you in that position. They know the people that are, the tell is that, what is the Williamsburg in Cincinnati? Is that the name of the building that's broke up and tore up and they got water and pipes and all that breaking? Those people made a gold mine off that building. It was a buying group that bought that building. All they did was juice the building for everything. The government subsidy, they didn't fix anything. They didn't even probably pay a management group. All they did was probably make 10, 15, maybe $20 million off of it over the years that they had it. juiced it. They know that they're not going to have to pay any of the fines because you're going to have to take it to court. All they're going to do is put it in a bankruptcy. That's all they're going to do. And that's the game, and they use us as the chess pieces. We're not the chess players, trust me. And my question to you is, well, who's doing that to you? Is it really the ones that y'all think are the rich, nasty people, or is it the ones that buy up the property in our communities and see the true value in the property? Because it ain't for them, it don't matter if it's drug infested. It doesn't matter if it's infested with you know, killings and shit at night. That don't matter. That don't take down the property value to the government. The government based the property value off of the applicant that goes into the CMHA building or the Section 8 building. That's what determines the value of the property, is the 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 3 kids, 2 kids, the product. That's the product. So you pay attention to the people that's shooting for the product to be placed in certain places and put the manipulative, oh, we got to start watching out for our poor, or not poor, but our affordable housings, because that's what you've been tricked into believing. There's a difference between affordable housing and low income housing. There's a difference between the two. A lot of people don't really look at it that way because, of course, some are they tie the two together. Affordable housing, if you're making $100,000 a year, you qualify for affordable housing. There are things out there that say 30% of your income, so you can afford $3,000 a month. You make $100,000. So they have buildings like the Kroger building down there that start at what, $2,500 for an efficiency. That's considered affordable housing. So you know how easy it is to pass certain things through policy when these politicians know that there's clearly a difference between affordable housing and low income housing, but yet they got you thinking that affordable housing is low income housing. So you think that they're doing their job from a politician's standpoint of view. They're not. It's crazy to me. I watch it. I'm into commercial real estate. I'm not into, I could have been that beast, but I know what it really is. I don't do everything for money. And people will tell you that. I might have had a itch for money early in my life, but as I grew up and I understood that every dollar is not a good dollar and you have to have a moral compass somewhere. Yeah, I sleep good at night, knowing that I did things the right way. I'm not perfect, but I pretty much done things that allowed me to be able to sleep at night. And there are some people that are going to juice properties. And now that the juiced properties are no longer juiceable, like they don't have any more juice in them, now the developers come in and move those people that they juiced. They move them out and send them to Fairfield, give them vouchers. They move them to different areas, Sycamore Township and all this old shit. They move them out and they develop a district. That's what the FC Cincinnati situation is down there. That's why you probably can't afford to use. I mean, it's very expensive to get into some of these new developed projects that they got going on. Have y'all seen the what is that? That Kroger building? Anybody know what the minimum rent is in there? Wasn't it something ridiculous? Like an efficiency was like $2,000. You think they take vouchers there? I doubt it. I doubt they take vouchers. Pay attention to the heroes. They're not always working for you. Pay attention to the people that want you to believe it's about the people. Find out how they getting paid. Because how they get paid might play a huge part on what they're aggressively attacked these days. Like the things they used to talk about, they don't talk about them anymore. The people they used to attack, they not attacking them people anymore. You got to ask yourself, well, why? Why not? Once you hit the payroll, you're a different person. Your arguments change because now you benefiting from the bullshit that you've been fussing and cussing about. That's enough for today, bro. Peace and love to everybody, man. I'll see you guys on Monday, same place, same time, 1 o'clock. I'll holler at you.
Talk to me.
This is serious one right here. Shit is real.
Staten Island boys is back.
God damn it.
New York. What the fuck is y'all talking about?
Turn that flame on.
Kneel, nigga, kneel when you see us, nigga. Let's go. Glass of gin for my jewelers. Too many Rugers, gems is 500 bams. Spam I swam through Bermuda. Switches got muzzles. Soon as rebuttals happen, we guzzle. Then everything get twisted like a puzzle. Cyber trucks fly up at the Lux, no doubt. News camera sees the moment. That's alligator tucks. I'm comfortable. Said it 2 more times. Use the ducks. Remove yourself quickly. Might flip you in the clubs. 800 troopers. They all in Coopers. Doopy shotguns and gooses. Ice rockin' boosters. Bitches call me Musa. Mansa, you're ruthless. Wow, he got so handsome. His cutie know his future. That's future. Flexing in the spectrum with Medusa. Versace jean jacket. Interior is blue cup. No hookah. Only big bags eating grouper. Scavengers running. Tell your managers the woo coming.
Bandanas, mad scanners, chain swinging, pulsating, plug click. Niggas do damage. Plus, niggas got them semi-autos when we out in Yemen. Buried all over the desert. Baby Mac 11s, clap rappers. Grab a big bag on the crap 7s. Past present, I'll be GO18 till I crash heaven. Monstrous bankrolls, medalos and pesos. I send a few of you back to the essence and have a great show. My wrist game, call it gold caviar. Shootouts on the burgundy swing with gold handlebars. Clark's on flying through the Autobahn. The old deuce flick been plastered inside an Audemars. Catch a photo from the side like Hitchcock. The commas on the side of my neck is all big rocks. When I'm holding nothing moving, all gridlock. You wake, I might show up for Dodo with a big lock.
I'm beneficial, but y'all don't think it's beneficial because my bottom line don't benefit you. The mission was a missile, I'm fitting to send you a missile. That's fitting to hit your fitted, that crown ain't fitting to fit you. Tripping, I'm fitting to trip you. Short vacation, I trip you. It's simple and that go triple for anybody that's with you. If people know you ready, you already know it's an issue. You found out it's official, them people blowing them whistles. A ref's not a reference when people going against you. Your presence not impressive when people pressing the bench you. Effort, I'm mental, this method is not medicinal. In fact, the earth I'm watering, air and fire, I'm elemental. That's right, I said it, now give me credit with my credentials. And instrumental with fear of God for my essentials. You get it? Plus a New York fitted could guard the temple. Them tracks you bumping, I come with something to pop your pimple. Guessing I'm proactive, too prolific for all you pro rappers who can't find an angle or protractor. They non-factors, haters, just agitators. These bars might take a shot and don't need a chaser to catch ya. Till Peter pay up, it's vital that Peter pay us. In order to get my cake up, I need a baker for rapture.
But still, how will I find them though?
There is a man who can help you. They know that he's got the money, and there's enough there to make them rich for life.